Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the On Point Gaming Podcast. I am CMoney, and thank the Lord, I have not been out my Doodle. Thank you so much for being here, baby.
What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed.
Woo!
Now, if you're on our Tuesday show, you know that this weekend is going to be crazy busy for me with work. So we will not be having a show this weekend, which means Friday and Sunday. So we said, our boy's back. I seen him out in these streets. I see him moving. I see him back. And I said, I got to get my boy
Yes.
on the show. And that's right. You know who he is. It's the wise one. The author.
Yes.
The patriot. The pony slayer. The pony ball tear maker. That's right. It's our boy. The homie. Hardy Shanae. Welcome back, my brother.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Some family fun. We've unfortunately had a few deaths in the family, and we kind of had to deal with that. But yeah, back now, and I kind of missed a lot of the gaming news. I kind of just tuned out of it. So
I would only imagine. Yeah.
not sure what all has been happening. I got glimpses here and there, but yeah, I know there's been some stuff going on.
I mean, I would say nothing like earth-shattering has happened. It's just been random, different things here and there, fun things to poke fun at. It's just as they do. Oh, look who decided
Look what
to
the
show up.
wind has blown in.
Oh,
Yo.
boy.
Let's go.
What's good? I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to
You here?
eat. Came back
You
from
made
work and all of that. So yeah, whatever. We're
Let's
back at
go.
it again. Let's go.
Happy
Happy to be here.
Thursday.
Happy to be here. Shout out to Shout out to Harkey, bro. I miss the shit out of you. We miss the hell out of you. And I miss the hell out of you guys too. Well, I do every week when I don't see you. No homo, CMoney. No homo.
Some homo.
No. Zero homo. I promise you. I promise. Don't start nothing, bro. Hey man, good to see you, Harkey, man. I hope you
know
doing
money.
Good to see everyone. Yeah.
Just wait.
Let's go.
Good to be back.
No. Thank you for being here, brother, man. Listen, obviously, again, we have no night shift tomorrow, so we're bringing night shift today.
Yes.
That's right. Our boys are in the building, man. We're going to have some fun. And thank y'all so much for rocking out.
I see you, music.
Man.
What's up?
All right, listen. You know what it is. We in the building, but we got to shout out our homies who support us in such a major way over on Patreon and YouTube members. You guys are the shit. So we thank you very, very much. But of course, we have to shout out our elite members. That's why we have the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Pragmatic Eagle, and our boy Coach Hooded Canuck.
Let's go.
And our inner circle member, we got our boy Big Migs Gaming.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so much. Now, this is all incorrect, so we're going to stop that. But guys, you know what it is, man. Thank you again for all the support that you give us on Patreon and YouTube memberships. You guys are the shit. But being here live in the building with us right now, giving us your time, giving us your attention. Goddamn, you guys are supporting us in such a major way, and we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So thank y'all so much for rocking out with us. That being said, you know what it is, man. You guys are not all equal, right? You can't be.
It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair.
You guys are not all equal. Okay. Every show, there are some specials. Okay.
The specials.
There are some specials, and the specials are the top 3 people. That's right. The first 3 people who walk into this
Tell
door,
me, baby. I need to know.
They're the specials. Now the question is, who are they? Well, I think I have the answer. Are we ready?
Think that's okay.
Making his return.
Yes.
To motherfucking first place. It's our goddamn boy. Jonas the motherfucking dad. Let's go.
Let's
the
go.
Homie Jonas the dad.
Yes.
First in the building. He said, the fuck I will let anyone get in front of us. Hell
Step
no.
aside, bitches. I'm back.
He was
That's
like,
what he said.
You move, bitch. I'm here. Number 1. And he said, you know what? Not only am I going to take the top spot on that banner as a sweeps, but I'm also going to take the first super chat.
Get him, baby.
And technically the highest super chat.
Yes.
At the same time. That's right. Our boy Jonas did that with that $5 super chat says, who needs Last of Us 3
Mm.
when you have Last of Us 2 Ultra Director's Remaster, Unedited Remake Edition, Pisser Enhanced, hashtag Xbox better.
These clowns found that they were working on the Last of Us 3.
No. Hold on. They have so many people who work there. They have teams and teams and teams. So many. So they're working on, you don't know. They might be working on Last of Us 3 in the background.
Everybody cooking.
Everybody cooking. But they forget it's microwave cooking. All right. They put that shit in. Whatever comes out, it is what it is. Who knows, man? It is what it is. Thank you,
man.
That's wild.
Yo, there's a word in Spanish for that. When you're a back cook, yeah, we call you sancochero, and that's exactly what they're doing. Sancocho. That's what they're doing. It sucks.
Is sancocho like real food?
No, well, yeah, sancocho.
Banging,
Yeah, exactly. Boy, like when you call somebody sancochero, that means like like they don't know how to cook. At least in Cuba, we do it like this. Here in South Florida, we do it. Like,
sancochero. Word, and that's a new nickname for.
We gotta use it. We gotta use it now.
Yeah.
Sancochero. Okay.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Hashtag sancochero. That's just gonna go everywhere. Oh man. Well, shout out to Jonas the Dad, being number 1 in the building, man. We appreciate you. Number 2.
Número 2.
Número 2.
¿Quién? Dime.
It's the homie. Music motherfucking 72. That's
Let's
with
go.
That here before E ranks.
Damn.
E ranks felt that wherever he is. You know what I'm saying?
Toma. He took his time. He's like, let me create a hashtag before I even hop on.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah, I wish there was a camera to see how fast he typed that out. You know what I'm saying? So
Was he nervous?
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
I mean, technically, he went at the same minute as Jonas the Dad. So the question is, did that long ass hashtag? Well, actually, that was he did 2 messages. So the first message was short.
Okay.
And
he needed to secure his spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Music 72.
Rounding out the top 3.
Yes.
It's our boy. Bell's Air.
Yes.
Bell's Air in the building. My dude, thank you, my brother.
Hello.
Appreciate you. That is
that an Adele? Hello.
Is it me? You're looking for?
Wow.
God,
my
you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it. You don't know what you're missing. All right, so we got to take this one, swap that, bam, bam, shika bang wow. Okay, go here.
That was beautiful, baby.
Thank you. I try. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need to listen to Adele.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The skills have improved. I practice every day.
Every day.
Tour.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Got to get ready for it.
You never know when Xbox is going to have a concert out there, just like PlayStation.
You got to be ready. You got to be on call. When Xbox hits me up like, yo, you got them bars? I'm like, Sign.
Hello?
Yeah. We don't fuck around here, yo. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
You know what it is. All right, almost done. Hold on. Did Jonas the Dad do the Jonas the Dad's not fucking around.
Let's go.
He's not fucking around.
Okay.
Holy shit. Jonas the Dad literally sweeped our banner. Hold on, wait. Let me get that. Diablo. He ain't mess around. He put in he said, broke boy, you ain't shit. That's pretty much what I heard with the way the way he just sweep the banner. Check that shit out. It's got broke boy all over this goddamn thing. I'm not broke boy. Jonas the Dad. He ain't fucking around.
Let's go. Shout out to Jonas the Dad.
Shout out to Jonas the Dad. I do see the homie Anthony Sanchez in the building.
Are you sharing something? Sorry.
No. It's the banner.
Okay. Okay, it's a banner. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, see Jonas the Dad #1. Then you go see for Super Chat. Biggest Super Chat. Jonas the Dad.
Woo! Let's go.
To it. But if you see that
and then a gifted membership
out loud,
Jonas the Dad.
See? So,
get out of here. Oh, let's go.
Swept it. So we'll get to it, but absolutely that shit is awesome. So I do see Anthony Sanchez, my dude. What's up, man?
Anthony.
User for games. What's up, player? Thank you for being here. Malcolm XX, mad. He said, damn. He thought he was going to get it again. He was number 2 last time.
Close, so close.
Amit Kumar in the building. What's up, player?
Amit was good.
Here. General Spartan 27, my dude. What's going on, player? Jesse B. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Oh shit, Culture the Canucks says I'm late because I took a trip to New Zealand and got WWE live in my living room from New Zealand time, of course. Wow, what is it? The new wrestling game drop? Is that what it is? WWE.
Maybe is it? I don't know. Maybe it is.
I mean, seems like it, but wow. Oh man. All right, where are we? Joe's dad with bars says Xbox is raining new IP into Game Pass while Sony is shutting studios and canceling games. You gotta imagine that Last of Us 3 was being worked on at some point, right? Like, I think we can assume that they did, because if you play Last of Us 2, you know, it's pretty clear they had intention. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you play Last of Us 2, the way Ellie goes out after the fact was almost like it was going to become like this open world game. I feel like they try to leave it open for like this bigger ambition.
Yeah.
And she was going to go out there and just like wander like a lost soul because of what happened, everything that happened. And I don't know. It seems like it had to be canceled. That's what I see. I see Cage in the building. What's up, fam? Becca in the building. What's going on?
Be Nice says it's the last of them.
It was the last of them.
It is.
That's for goddamn sure.
Damn.
Well, he came out and said like Neil did not want to do anything beyond this, right? Because he's like, I want to watch my kids grow up, and like,
yes,
what the hell? He's earned it. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna
stick around.
I don't think he's sticking around, but
yeah.
But what does that mean? So the bigger question is, what is that going to mean for Naughty Dog? What is that going to mean?
He didn't say it. It wasn't that long ago that he came out here and said that. I do think that it's the direction in which like PlayStation is heading that is off-putting, and you don't want to necessarily be a part of that or let your legacy kind of just go to shit. So what do you do at that point?
Last of Us 2 got mixed, reception. Some people love it. Some people like F off. Right, and then the latest trailer was that intergalactic one, and wow,
we may not even see that.
Folks, we're not happy. We're not happy.
No, no, it's just not. It's like, why would you? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the question. It's like, why? Why is this the game? Why is this happening? Right? Like, you have a popular show, right? People like the Last of Us show. Tell me how Last of Us is going to live on as a show. And the game is gonna fucking.
So that's what maybe like they have, and they're gonna break up the part 2 of the game, right? And they're gonna break it up into 2 seasons. So that's what we heard, right? They're gonna split it up. And then I guess if the content is there, they already know what direction they wanted to head with the game. Why not go ahead and turn it into a TV show? And maybe someday, eventually, it'll get turned into a video game. And kind of go in reverse, right?
They're gonna make a video game with the TV show.
Exactly.
God damn, that's fucking wild. It's likely though. That's the crazy part about all of it. You got the homie Damn Good in the building. What's up, man?
Yo.
Says, LOL. PlayStation is dead. No games, only controllers. Hold on, Damn Good. Don't fucking count them out yet. You could lease a PlayStation. Okay, like, this is important stuff.
Oh. Okay.
All right. No games to play, but you can definitely lease another one. You know what I'm saying? Just lease one. You know what you should do? I think every PlayStation owner, every hardcore one, should lease multiple ones as well. You know what I'm saying? Just to put them in, like, decorate the house, take different pictures with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hit different poses with them.
Does it count as sales?
Probably.
Yes.
Every PlayStation lease counts as a sale.
Yes.
Oh my God! No, hold on.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Now you can rent a PlayStation.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Not just a
PlayStation Pro.
Oh yeah.
So now, hold on. Let me get this straight. So we get slandered because of game rental, but they now renting consoles.
Now you can rent a full box.
I want to hear how they're going to spin it. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear. I can't wait. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. We got a lot of fun shit.
I know what is going to end up anywhere they spin it. I know. I just know the orifice. that it's gonna end up on.
Write it down. Save it when we get to that topic. I want you to hit us
All right, let's get it.
All right, I want you to hit us with it. We got the homie B Martin
Yo,
in the building. My dude,
let's
member
go.
for 6 months.
Thank you
my
so
dude.
much.
For half a year.
Thank
God
you.
damn. Appreciate you, fam.
That's all.
Says, sup, CMoney and Doodle?
What's up,
Let's
baby?
have a great show. Hell,
yes,
yeah,
that's the
Let's
energy.
fucking
That's
go.
what I'm talking
That's what
about.
I'm talking about, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fire. Space Shot in the building. What's up, man?
Yo,
Dark
what's good,
Angelic,
fam?
what's up, man? Thank you for being here, player. Here it is. Here it is. Our boy, join us, the dad.
Yo,
Our homie
Jonas.
went ahead
Thank
and
you.
gifted an On Point for Gaming membership. My dude.
Woo!
Y'all know what to do.
Tell him, baby.
Put the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat.
Woo!
Welcome our newest member, man.
Yes.
We appreciate the fuck out of you for being here. And of course, our boy, Jonas the dad. Thank you, sir.
Welcome
Appreciate
and thank
it,
you,
man.
Jonas. That's so
Looks like
Who
the
is it?
homie Thatch.
Thatch.
It's got
Thatch?
membership. Thatch. TH.
Sure.
Thatch.
Sure.
Like catch,
Catch.
but thatch.
Thatch. Got it.
Like batch
Uh-huh.
and match.
No, it's just Dr.
And
Seuss.
latch and hatch. You know what I'm saying? How far you want to go? You know what I'm saying? I'll chop some bars for you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Gotta keep it going. But no, that's dope. That's dope. Cold Shoulder Connect says WWE2K25 is the best WWE I've played since SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. Okay, but what about since the N64 games? Okay, how does it compare to No Mercy?
Oh,
All right,
that's
how does
the
it compare to WrestleMania?
okay.
2000,
Okay.
right,
Bro,
Let me
I'm
know.
not gonna lie. For what I've seen, 2K25 is looking pretty freaking good, bro.
Does it?
For what I've seen, yeah, for what I've seen. So I'm
God
super
damn it.
tempted. By the way,
Xbox
this
needs to buy
weekend,
those motherfuckers ASAP. Okay, just do it. I need to check
all
the
right.
Game Pass.
Yo, by the way, this weekend is free to play AEW, Fight Forever on Xbox. So go ahead and give it a
is it?
shot. That's another great wrestling game. But yeah, 2K25, I've been looking forward to that one. I might get it. I may not. May wait for a discount. Either way, 2K love to keep the game super expensive for a while. Like 2K24 is still like $70 still. Like what the hell? Like, bro, it's been a
They
year.
do end up having to sell because I remember one time.
Oh yeah,
Coach
but like,
was
who
doing
cares?
something, and then I got like the ultimate edition for like
Yeah.
super duper cheap. So sometimes
Yeah,
you
but
got to catch them up.
by the time that the game that you play it, like everybody's already moved on to the next game because that's how it is with
Yeah.
like sports games. You
You can still play by yourself in your little space and just
know?
have
Yeah,
fun. You know what I'm
perfect for
Yeah.
ponies and playing by them damn self in the basement. You know, that's it.
On Pornhub.
Big
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Oh,
Oh shit!
God.
It's just me
Already
here.
post violence, Hargi. Hargi showed up and said, "Fuck this.
Listen.
Put these ponies in their place."
It's just my mom, my PS5, and my roaches. You know, ain't nobody else in here.
That's wild. That's wild. Music has a great observation.
Mm.
Says, why does CMoney take chapter timestamps
Mm.
when he doesn't do them anymore?
Oh.
Good question.
Oh.
You remember one of the episodes I came out and said, that?
Yes. Yes.
Number one, because I got to keep track of it, and number two, if I ever desire to break something out, I have the timestamp. I used to do them,
You did.
but then I stopped. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and start filling them in. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. But great observation. Ryar Gaming in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Mont's PBM Gaming.
Yes.
What's going on, player?
What's up?
Thank you for rocking out, man.
Thank you,
for being
guys.
Here. I see the homie Fillmore Pockets in the building. What's going on, fam? Thank you for rocking out. The mechanic is here. What's up, man? Says, let me guess, ponies are capping for renting now, right? Well, I don't see the pitchforks out. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anybody running around saying, why wouldn't PlayStation do something so stupid? You should just buy your own consoles. Buy your own consoles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I don't hear any of that. I don't know.
You gotta support the hardware. Wait, what?
It comes with option to buy at the end of their lease.
No,
So
it really
that's
doesn't.
there you go.
It
That's
really doesn't. That's the crazy. It would
doesn't.
make more
Yeah.
sense
Okay.
if it came with the option to buy, like, hey, you already invested this much.
Okay.
You pay this much and you're done. It does not. This
Oh.
is just straight up lease, and the pricing is wild, and the way they advertise it versus the reality is crazy.
Well,
We're gonna talk
maybe
about
that's why they're just trying to get that bag.
They're getting ready for bigger prices, and that's why they give you like these little options in here. This is similar to like a house, when you go to a complex and you rent, and they give you an option, to also buy property. After a little bit investing in there. So I think they're getting ready for like they don't know what they do. I think they looking at what Xbox is trying to do, and based on that, they're gonna make their move because they're kind of scared. That's the way I see it.
They can't have Game Pass, but wait, we can lease our consoles.
Thanks. We got no games coming, but you should definitely.
Well, this is good though, because this is good because ponies usually don't own a PS5. They usually still play it on PS3 or something. Most of them don't even play games. They just get out here on our channels and talk shit without even like playing games. And so this will be like, probably we'll get some more ponies out of this. And, I love harvesting my ponies, and I love to, water them down and take care of them, make sure they flourish, like, and then they grow up nicely so that I can spank them later.
Yes. Demo. There's a lot of different ways that whole conversation can be heard.
Well, it's always going to end up the same way.
Make sure they rise, and I give a good spanking later on with that.
He don't mind.
Oh my God, that's wild.
Shit.
Our lyric in the building was up, man. Said the squad is back.
Yes, baby. What's up?
I used to pray for times like this. Facts. Come on, man. What's up, yo? Appreciate you, homie.
Thank you, baby.
One Punch Jedi. What's up, man? Says PlayStation said it's better to make controllers for ponies than make Bloodborne 2 or The Last of Us 3 or a new game.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, that's so wild.
Yo. They reach new heights.
It's just so funny because, like, when like PlayStation, I remember when they used to tell us like we had no games, right? And like we literally did have games, right? Like first party was making games, just not big budget games, but they ignored like all the games that Xbox was making because it wasn't, some super duper big game. And so they would say that, and it's like, yeah, but we actually do have games. But like the crazy shit is like we're making fun of them, joking about it, but it's actually 100% real. Mm-hmm. And they have no first party games coming at any point in time. Last year was a bust, and the only game that was anything is the Helldivers. And then what's funny, yo? What? I don't know if I didn't have it as a topic, and we really didn't talk about it too much. But there was the numbers came out for Helldivers, right? And there was a breakdown about PC versus PlayStation.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
But in the UK only. Okay. So basically the smallest place in the world, all right, they used as their basis for everything. And it was like physical copies. Some dude wrote, I remember he wrote some shit about, y'all thought it wasn't a big deal that PlayStation has the exclusive on physical copies of the game, right? Like it's such a big deal, but it's huge, blah, blah, blah. And that's why there's more PlayStation copies of Helldivers sold than PC copies. And like literally, bro, it was 50,000 physical copies that were sold of that game in the UK.
Yo. No. Wow. Okay.
These ponies are cracked, yo. They look for anything in their minds.
Anything that gives them hope.
Yo.
But the crazy thing is, again, like you said, with the first party games, if they had such an issue looking over and had a desire to call out what was going on, based on what they were seeing, you would think that they will have an issue with what's happening right now over there. But they seem to be fine with it. Or they're just full of shit, as we've been saying all along.
Facts. I mean, they are full of shit. I mean, that's just the reality. 100%.
But I think some of them have finally started to wake up to this, right? That like, where are the games? Like there's more canceled shit than games. That's where they are. PlayStation just isn't.
Have you seen games? I feel like I haven't really.
I haven't seen that. But
who would you say in your mind that you've seen?
Some who have started to like actually question it, right? Some are still
like bigger ones
diehards.
That we know, like
some of them are still diehards, right? But like some of them have started to question what is going on.
I know, like what's his name? What's his name? Big Cloud.
He's been doing that for a few years now. He's been like, all right, guys.
So he kind of
like,
swapped.
We got to just look at the reality here. PlayStation is not PlayStation of old. They're not giving us anything. What the hell's going on? So you got to call this shit out. So, but yeah, well, there are some others that are calling it out too. But yeah.
they were celebrating on Kind of Funny Games. I don't know if you've seen. They won the console war. I don't know. Have you seen that? They were like, we won! They were so excited. You could almost see their nipples poking out.
What did you win?
Shirts.
yeah, they won because Forza Horizon 5 is going to PlayStation. So, you weren't here for that, right?
Yeah, we won. Now we get to pay $100 for a 5-year-old game. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want.
They are doing it.
They
so
are.
We all heard it was happening, right? So.
They so thirsty.
That's what I'm saying. It was nothing. It was nothing new. It wasn't a problem. It was great. It was great news. Actually, did you see the number, like how it charted on PlayStation? It's number one everywhere.
It was like number one pre-order, right? Something like that.
Yeah, everywhere outside of the US, it was number one. US, it was number 3. And the premium edition, not the basic bitch version.
Listen,
no.
We knew that would pony up. They just didn't want the games that PlayStation has been providing. That's just the reality.
They just don't have any games to provide.
Exactly. And the ones that are coming out, they don't want. It's not what they want. The question is, even if now they're starting to kind of see what's happening and maybe calling it out a bit more, are they going to change things? Is PlayStation willing to listen? They're not. I mean, I think maybe when this all kind of first hit the fan, that's when they should have addressed it. That's when they should have kind of gotten on them. But to maybe have some type of impact, but I don't think that that's going to change anything, whether they speak up or not about not having games. They need to show them and kind of just move over or where they spend their money, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not expecting anything from Sony PlayStation because the studio just freaking died. One of their games is out there in the wilds and with bugs and problems, and there's nobody to fix it. And look, where's Sony PlayStation? Until Dawn Remake came out on PC, and there's no devs to fix the games that is full of bugs. And everybody's complaining. The whole community is pissed off, and nobody's saying something. So Sony PlayStation fanboys be coming to my to my Twitter talking about how, this is not owned by Sony PlayStation. Yeah, but the IP is. So even if the IP is, the studio, it has nothing to do with Sony. The IP is Sony's responsibility. And this game is out there who pay, money, hard-earned money, because you know what, ponies, people out there, they actually work for the money. They're not like you, like people who like you're giving everything in life and believe that everything falls from the sky. Actually people had to go to work, do shit that they didn't want to do to buy this game, and then this game is full of bugs, and then there's nobody to fix it. But you know what? I'm the bad one, and I'm anti-pony and I'm anti-Sony. No, bro, I'm anti-bullshit because this is what it is. This is bullshit, and we gotta call it out. Okay, so time to stop the cap. Call him out.
All this does is reinforce the fact that something like Game Pass is necessary for our money to not get, for us to not get screwed over with our money. It's that simple. You go ahead and right now, if you go on
PlayStation, if they had a Game Pass, that would help them.
They can't have a Game Pass, dude. Let's not get into that mess.
No, but though, like, if I had a jet, I could get it work in 5 minutes. If I had a jet.
It's sad for them that Game Pass definitely won't be coming their way. But I mean, it's true. Yeah, it's the studio who did the remaster for Sony, which again, another just proof in the pudding, man. Getting in bed with Sony there's never good that comes out of it, right? Like you definitely wake up with an STD immediately. Like that's just what it is. It's just what it is immediately, bro. Like as soon as penetration happened, motherfucker coughing like, oh shit,
oh man,
what's this nasty word?
What just happened? Am I gonna be okay? Yeah, don't worry, he's just finished.
You're gonna be fine.
Just finished.
He just burnt. He just burnt a little and
deceased.
Damn.
Deceased, yo.
Done.
Wow, yo. That shit wild, yo. That shit wild. Oh my god, I see Ray Old in the building. What's up, man?
Ray, what's good?
Nocturnal, what's good, man? 2 man 55. What's up, player? Be nice.
What's good,
Be nice
baby?
in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for being here. Greatness awaits.
Demo, was that your keyboard?
Oh,
I know, Demo. You gotta mute it and then come back in. Yeah.
No, hold on. That was me sending a text to my homeboy through Xbox because he's trying to invite me to play Mortal Kombat. Like, hey, hold on, bro. So, my bad. I'm sending a message.
Man.
I'm in the podcast. I'm in the podcast.
That's funny. Greatness awaits. What's up, man? I see Paulie Baba in the building. Says, how you gonna rent a PlayStation and now own it? Laugh out. Like, think about yo. I don't even want to get into because we're gonna talk about it, but God, it's so stupid, yo. It's motherfuckers think we're back in Blockbuster days.
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Like,
that's what you used to do, right? You could actually rent the console from Blockbuster.
Well, like you also rented the game from Blockbuster. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do that now?
Back then, it was okay to rent. Back then, it was
back then.
Right?
Not now, but now they're bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? So good news, everybody. It's okay. It's okay to rent again.
It's back in,
like,
guys.
Yeah, they were like, Xbox is renting games now. Maybe we should rent a whole freaking console instead. And maybe people will buy games without having or owning a console, and that'll give us more revenue.
Yeah.
Smart asses.
Good old
got
PlayStation.
out. Got it out. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the trends-based part. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing something that is dope for the gaming world and the gaming community, the trend they start is how can we
when competition starts to dwindle, this is what you get, right? They do not need to acquire you. They will do anything they want, and you will come to the table and take it. That's what's going to happen. And you think you're going to get games? They have no reason to make them anymore. You by default just buy their console, so they don't even have to bother. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get shit from now on. Enjoy it.
100%.
That's what they like, bro. They like shiny shit to pay more for it.
As of lately, what they've been contributing, though, when it comes to gaming, you know, the software, it hasn't been much. So is this maybe the best case scenario?
I mean, they're digging their own grave. I think this is awesome. I want them to keep doing this kind of shit.
Honestly, it really is good. It really is.
They really winning. Oh, you guys, you know, it's okay. Hey, you know, we're wrong and you're right. You guys are winning. We're just talking shit. We're just talking shit. Go ahead.
Let me tell you right now, if that's winning, I'm okay losing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm okay losing. I'm just the happiest I've ever been a loser.
Who needs to win?
Beautiful.
Who needs to win?
Exactly. That's fucking crazy. We do have the homie.
Ooh,
Dan Lazar.
What's up, my
baby? Dude? Appreciate you, my brother. With that Fallout Super Chat, man says, in battle, attack your foe's strategy. Strike their gates and face resistance. Strike them from within. And victory is only a few dissatisfied ears away. Oh, shit.
Agreed.
Some art of war.
Powerful.
Shit, you know
yeah, that's a lot of word shit, bro.
So I'm talking about it's the truth. Ooh. It's the truth. And you got Deadpool in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, baby?
Chat says, I gave my all to Sony for them to cancel everything. I mean, seriously, if you're invested, like you can't, like if you're serious, like if you're just a gamer, right? Like not a pony, but if you're just a gamer who said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation, and because I do like these first party games that they've made, right? And then you find out that all the games that you ever thought might be coming your way are just piece by piece, bit by bit, getting tossed in the trash. Hit delete on. It's a problem, yo. Like it's a problem. Like I don't know how else to explain it to these fucking people. Like it's crazy that that's a situation that they're in, but the fuck, that's what they are. Edward Lafferty, man, thank you for being here. He says, Sony shutting down and shrinking is expected, even needed in many ways, but worrying, as this is the time Sony needs to expand if it is to create enough first-party content for future needs and content wars. Well, this is the thing that we need to make very clear, right? Oh, man, see, these questions are like these things that you bring up are great, and they jump into the topics a little bit, but like understand if Last of Us is not being made and the what's his name, Intergalactic is the only thing being worked on, that's a new IP, and I don't think that Sony's gonna be like, hey, yeah, go ahead, Naughty Dog, make two different brand new IP that nobody knows about and let's see how it goes. I just don't see that. So if that's not happening, right, and Last of Us is not taking place, I'm telling you, what I said is the reality. They are not the same as Xbox devs right now. Xbox devs got a new lease on life. They can work on what they want to work on. Obviously, they still got to make something high quality, but as long as they do that, they're fitting in a certain place for Xbox. It's just they're making their best games ever, and they're just flourishing, right? Whereas over on PlayStation, I'm telling you, man, you think I'm fucking around, bro? You got to just see what's happening. Every studio is on their last game if that game doesn't hit.
They absolutely are. And then
tell
me about the ones that have been canceled. What's up with those studios then? So is no God of War, right? Because the multiplayer God of War just got canceled.
Dude,
so
and they laid off some people from that, right?
Yeah, man, a bunch of people got laid off. Game canceled, laid off.
And then Bend got hit recently, right?
Mm-hmm. All of them. It's true, baby girl.
They thought we're joking. They thought we're joking.
They really did.
But we were hating.
These goddamn experts. I hate them. They always lying.
Hey, it's like that song. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
It ain't safe. That's the goddamn truth. They know where to run or hide for them, yo. Violent Killer in the building. What's up, man?
What's
Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Dragon Warrior, what's going on, man? Thank you for rocking out. Or hold on, I thought I read something. Oh, fuck you, the homie.
Fuck you.
Thank you for being here. Are you back home?
He's back home
after all your journeys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, fuck you. We thought Ice got your ass, man. But I'm glad you're back, bro.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's wild.
He's not in America. He's safe.
Hey, it ain't safe, but it's safe. Hey, it ain't safe no more.
Oh my god. McFig in the building. What's up, man? Steelo Facts.
Yo,
what's up, man? Big boy Mike.
Yo, brother, what's good?
Is dog. Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
for rocking out.
Amit Kumar says PlayStation quit making games. Yo, it's true, man.
What's the point? What's the point? Listen, they can't stop Xbox from going ahead and putting their games on their platform. There's nothing they can say about it. There's nothing they can do about it. And so what are you going to do? Show up with one raggedy ass game? Then what? No one's going to buy it. They're being bombarded with the freaking games that we're putting on their platform. They can't deliver at that level. Even if it's one we're talking about, they can't go ahead and show up.
It's true.
Hey, boy, Astro Ball was great. Let me tell you. And you know what? No one bought it either.
I love the hand. Let me tell you.
You gotta when you wanna like inspire drama or like you have to put your hand in your chest like yeah.
Then you feel it the right way. I get it 100%. Roddy Revenge in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, homie. Abdel in the building. What's up?
Let's go.
Thank you for being here, bro. Eastside Vandal. What's going
on,
player?
What's good?
Thank you for rocking out, homie.
Happy Thursday, guys.
Happy Thursday indeed. All right. Oh, fuck you. Says I buy PlayStation for first party made games. I feel this generation in the most part has been a letdown from them. I regret my PlayStation 5 purchase. I think a lot of people feel that way, bro. I think a lot of people, honestly, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. Again, like at the end of the day, great games can come from wherever the fuck they come, and we want to be able to experience them. That's why a lot of times we have these things, but it's like, bro, they have not done anything great. There's no greatness. Like when they said, nobody knew that then when they said greatness awaits, that they meant maybe next gen. Like,
Yeah,
like,
right.
not
Greatness
this
awaits
gen.
for next gen.
From Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yo, it's away
Nice.
from Xbox. Now the games are there. You gotta wait for greatness. Yo,
It's coming our way. Just, pony up.
God damn.
$70, baby.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's true though. It's true. Nobody knew at the time, but now we fucking know, man. Now we fucking know. Let me we got the homie. Our boy, do you K now? The broke boy insider. My dude, thank you, my brother, for being here. He went ahead and gifted 5.
Thank you so much. Let's go.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
Woo! I know what to do.
Baby.
Put motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat.
Woo!
Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Thank you so much. Let me see who we got. All right, so you got the homie Elkins guy.
Yo.
You have Soil Tech. You got King Joha. You got David Green and LEC 16.
Welcome, you guys.
Welcome, man. Thank y'all for rocking out with us. Appreciate you. I see Sir X-Men in the building. What's up,
Broke boy? Thank you so much.
Yes,
Sir X-Men, what's up?
Appreciate you. Let me update the banner. I know what he wants.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
Give you what you want. Give you what you want.
Do
Jonas,
you?
He took you off for the gift.
Now the broke boy.
That's right. You still got 2 spots, Jonas. Do you?
I see that joke keeps going.
It's going. It's going.
It's still going.
Oh boy.
He turned it around though. He turned it around.
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I think this is the one. This is the perfect combo.
Now, when you have someone with that name, CMoney, you don't say, I'm gonna give you what you want, because it just,
I mean, I'm not gonna I get what you're saying. Let's just move past that.
Yeah.
All right. Nightmare on Sony Street. Oh shit.
Yo. Okay.
Yo,
okay.
That's wild.
Yes.
That's wild. It's crazy because it's true. You know what I'm saying? You got with that $2 which I appreciate, Joey. I will invade their sleep tonight. No lube. God damn.
Bro, but like
emotional damage.
Yes.
But he really giving them what they want. Like you may think that you being bad and being rough and shit, but you like this is bad, bro. Like you giving them what they want. This is exactly what they want. They like, you know what I mean? Yeah. No.
Customers are like, hold up, let me get some nighttime medicine.
I have to put my hand on the chest for this one, man. But, I mean,
oh my god. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
They gotta sleep good tonight.
They're gonna sleep real good. They're gonna get that night. You got the homie Do UK now. The broke boy is out with that $2 I appreciate your homie. Says check messages, CMoney. Not true, but funny. Or is it true? You know what I'm saying? Or is it true? Let me see. Do I have it somewhere? All right. Yeah. So let me get this. He sent me a message on Twitter. Let me share it with y'all real quick so you can see. This is what's happening already. I don't know who wrote this, but clearly this is it's just the future. Everybody can see it.
Okay.
Rumor alert. Sony set to shut down PlayStation division. Damn.
Man.
Already happening. You see?
Hey.
Does it, even if it's not true, obviously, maybe not yet. I don't disbelieve this, but even though it's not true, the fact that somebody even wrote it is because we can all see what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is their future. This is the roadmap they've been waiting for. You know?
This is their brains on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. This is what's happened to them. You know, it is what it is. You know, they just gotta accept life. The homie Ryar game.
An official member of the On Point Beanie Gang. Oh, I'm wearing my On Point t-shirt. There you go. It moves with me.
You gotta lift the shirt.
It moves.
No.
Lift the shirt.
No. Pause.
CMoney. goddamn, that's not what I'm saying. Like this. You know what I'm saying? So you can
I
see.
can't. It's not. It's
What the fuck?
That's
Not what I meant. Get out of here with that shit. Oh my god. We got the homie server Salah in the building, my dude. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for $5 super chat. Says developers at Sony are feeling it. They are not making The Last of Us because they themselves are the last of us at Sony. Developing my new resumes. Oh shit.
Oh crap.
Damn.
Stinks.
Developing my new resume.
Damn, it hurts.
They better have those ready though. Whoever didn't make enough, whoever didn't make enough to go ahead and retire and spend time with their kids.
All the
right?
non-retirees.
Yeah.
Better get those resumes ready. I honestly, you should leave before Intergalactic comes out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's gonna be a rough one. I feel like people are not gonna be happy with that.
No.
Yeah. I mean, The Last of Us 2 got slapped up. You know what I'm saying? And that was I love that game. So the fact that the world said the fuck we will, and that was
a different time, bro.
That was
social media now it's different.
After leading up to that, where the game leaked. When the game leaked, that's when it all went to hell, right? But up until that point, it wasn't like people weren't that upset with the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, yeah, some people maybe weren't, whatever, but it wasn't huge. It's just after the leak, everything went downhill. But this game is on reveal. On reveal, the world said, throw this shit away. You know what I'm saying?
We don't want it.
Like, we don't want that shit. Get the fuck out.
It was like, these are my thoughts. And they were like, fuck you and your thoughts and get out of here. So time to spend time with his kid. It's gonna be sooner than he thought.
Neil said, I'm only gonna be doing TV after this.
Yeah.
That's the only job he's gonna have left.
Listen, it may be he said.
I would just
go ahead. They made the movie for his other game, Uncharted. Maybe they'll go ahead and make a show of that too. Who knows what the future holds for him? It's not with PlayStation. I know that.
I'm just gonna drop this in here. Is The Last of Us 2 were to release during like this year or last year when things got spicy with the whole Baby Ink and all that thing, that game wouldn't been as successful as it was back in the day. I'm just gonna leave that in there. I'm not hating against the game. I think it's great, whatever you guys love it and whatnot. Nothing against. I'm just saying, like, it would have seen a whole lot of controversy if it had dropped during these times with everything that's going on. So
if which game had dropped at this time?
I mean, if The Last of Us 2 had dropped,
yes,
yeah, it would have got slapped, like straight up, like Imagine like a Val got slapped and nothing. It had nothing. Like it literally had nothing. I had one gay dude in there, like And look, in real life, I see more gay dudes like what I've seen in about, straight up.
It's true.
I mean, it's girl on girl though. I think it's a little.
I'm down with that. Girl on girl, yeah, I
know that. We know you're down. I'm just saying that it's a different situation.
But why is it different though? Why is it different?
No, I'm talking about the public, how they receive it. They get you just said I'm down, right? You just got fucking wild about it. So I'm just saying,
and everybody would hear. Everybody would go wild.
Okay, so that's exactly. You just proved my point.
Yeah, but when we're talking about girl on girl now, girl that look like a boy or no, a boy that look like a girl or something, like like whatever the hell they got going on in The Last of Us.
I think that it would have been a little lighter. Maybe it would have gotten a little bit of backlash, but not.
Well, they did have the girl and girl.
Yeah, they did have it. It was fine.
It don't matter
a minor
now.
Part of it though, right? But I think that I canceled it because of what the story leak was with Joel. It's like I'm not what they did. What bye.
Yeah.
So imagine. So let me ask you this, right? So that's what it did for you, right? So you went ahead and you saw that the person that you liked the most in the game got deleted, right?
And that you're supposed to play as the person who did that. And you're like,
Yep.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So imagine, like, why isn't that? Do you think? I mean, I guess it has to a certain degree. And I know I may sound upset about it, but I think I am really annoyed about it. But Ghost of fucking Tsushima and Ghost of Yote might as well have done the same fucking thing. I actually would have preferred that she would have killed him and took his place than just for Jin to be swapped out as if he don't exist no more.
Yeah, and look, we know very little. We saw this kind of teaser trailer, but yeah, it is kind of interesting. I don't know. I'll give it a chance.
It's 300 years in the
Let's
future.
see what it is, right? We'll see what's going on. But yeah, look, I think I'm willing to give Sony more of a chance with their games on PC than apparently PlayStation. That trailer is 73K likes, 188K dislikes for Intergalactic. That you're not surviving that, unfortunately. That's just not good. That's just not good.
Well,
yeah,
listen,
it's not great.
See, you clicked on Ryyor's member chat, but then you didn't read it because
Really?
you told me to lift my shirt, and then we kind of lost track of what was going on. So
Did
you
I
didn't
really
read.
do that?
Yeah, you skipped it.
Well, I blame Demo.
What? What? Whatever, bro. And I'll blame the Series S. It was the Series S.
There you go. That's it.
It's like the hot potato.
It's little man's fault.
Potato.
Oh, it's little man's fault.
That's it. That's what I see. All right. The homie brought you off. Remember for 12 months. I don't know why I said that. Jesus. Neil Druckmann getting canceled by ponies on X. They used would lick the floor they used to lick the floor he walked on. Like they would have licked the floor he walked on.
Yeah.
Ponies have no loyalty. The main panel is back. Oh yeah, CMoney. Wow. So I'm not part of the main panel. They're the main panel, and I'm just
watch CMoney unplug this whole shit up.
Fuck this shit, guys. Just sort of smash this shit. Oh man, it's true. I haven't seen it. But I did see that he like turned off his shit, right? Like his reply, like some shit.
Oh yeah, for Intergalactic, right?
No. Neil Druckmann himself.
Oh damn,
like,
it's not that far.
Yeah, because of the Last of Us 3, right?
Yeah, when he said
no.
Yeah, the thing we're gonna talk about it, but yeah, but they came at him. I didn't see any of it, but he like blocked his, like he muted his channel. I don't know. He made it so that
does it surprise you that they would go after people like that? I think we give more respect to Neil Druckmann than they do.
And they honestly, seriously, they have no games coming. And they literally in their mind were like, yeah, Intergalactic looks whack, but they're probably making The Last of Us 3. And it's like, well, guess they're not. Right? Guess they're not. All right, and then
these are the same people that like berated David Jaffe, having them on their panel when he was giving an opinion about God of War, the property he created, and they didn't like his freaking opinion about the freaking franchise he created. Okay,
yeah, I think they're also giving him more shit now because he came out and said that Starfield is he thinks is the best single player narrative game ever. Like not just one of them. He thinks it's
I loved
best.
it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's actually dope. And you know what? The developers of Starfield, they said, right, in a post, I don't know if you're gonna talk about this, that they're working on the DLC.
Starfield update later on.
Yeah, I saw that in the thumbnail. It's there.
Just want to make sure we talk about that. Big shit.
There. Listen, always look at the thumbnail. Okay, there's more in there than it is on the title.
Bro,
pictures and everything. I try to make it easy. Demo.
I literally got out of work, showered, real quick and everything. I'm here, you know, like
it's all right. It's all right.
Bear with me.
No
Bear with me.
No problem. We got the homie Big Boy Mike in the building.
Yo, let's go,
Thank
baby.
you, my brother, for being here.
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for that $5 super chat. says, calm down, everyone. PlayStation won't let us down. More remasters on the way. God damn.
They're coming.
You know, like how often are they going to say, yo, buy these remasters because that's the only way we're going to make games, but they never make the games. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just remaster after remaster after remaster.
But they started believing that they were doing this for them, right? So they get a better version of these games. I think it's just slowly starting to hit them that, especially after Shuhei came out here and said what he said. They're like, oh, damn, we've been played.
Facts. I think it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like they're getting to that point. We're understanding it. Motherfuckers, man. The homie Dan Lazaro in the building, bro.
Dan was good.
Bye, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says PlayStation fired the art division. The same art division responsible for Concord art? Question mark. I mean, the visual arts or whatever, they did that, but it was also they were also working on the other games that got canceled. So maybe they just sucked, you know, and all their art was in these other games, and they're like, this shit looks like trash. Throw it out, and threw them out too. Don't know, but we don't have good news to talk about, right? Like where's the good news to talk about on PlayStation? Like if you are a PlayStation channel, right? What is it? What's the good PlayStation news to get hyped about this week?
You can rent the PlayStation console.
Oh,
you could rent
PS5, Indiana Jones, Dooms, The Outer World, Call of Duty.
Yes. Yeah,
that's
Xbox games, like Doodle was saying, right?
Yep.
Xbox
Greatness
games.
awaits for Xbox games.
I can't believe they're celebrating this shit. It's wild.
It's true.
It's crazy.
It's true.
Did you get Big Mix Gaming?
I'm on him now.
Member for 13
months. Did I skip it?
You skipped again?
Let
me see.
What the fuck is happening? I don't know. Drugs. Has to be drugs.
You did.
Not my drugs. I just feel like it's
they got you my skipped brother, again.
Big Miss Gaming, my dude. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you
Big
for being member for 13 months.
Woo!
God damn. Says 13 months, baby. Let's fucking go.
Let's
fucking go. Indeed, bro. Yo, did you get your shit? I know you ordered some stuff. Let me know. Because we need the pictures, bro. We need the pictures. Says glad your daughter is doing well.
Thank you, love.
You guys are in better spirit. Yes. Thank you so much, man.
Something happened to your daughter?
Yeah, this weekend was really crazy. But better now, thankfully. But yeah, it was definitely wild.
Thank you, miss.
Says you guys are in better spirit, much love, minus those pics I just posted on Discord. Violence took over me tonight. My ass off. Yeah, I did notice. So
you chose violence today.
I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of there we go. I don't know. See, that Deadpool clearly wasn't just Deadpool.
It was not the real Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm showing it right now. I just had to set it up. That Deadpool wasn't really Deadpool.
I see.
You do see. And also, yeah.
This poor guy. He got his teeth done. And he can't catch a break.
Well, he chose violence, but that's the truth.
He did.
You know, at least Big Migs can, man up to it and said, I chose violence. That's what
he recognizes where his mind is at today.
I get it.
I
understand. The homie Jonas the dad.
Jonas was good.
Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says The Last of Us at PlayStation resume edition pisser enhanced. God damn, that's fucked up. And you do have the homie Right Yard game with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, homie.
What's up, baby?
Says my villain arc CMoney.
Oh,
you didn't read me. # no PS6. What are you talking about? The one that the other one that I did already read.
Yes.
Why you are? See, now you just sound crazy. Why you are? You sound crazy. I done read that shit, right? You are. You see? You got to think about things before you be putting them out there. I'm just saying.
You did read it, though.
I'm just saying. I don't know what you're talking about. The villain arc. I literally read it. I don't know. Need to calm down, sir. Calm down. Got the homie Sir X-Men in the building. Madu.
Yo.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Blah, blah, blah.
New Pony song. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Oh.
Shit.
Okay. He's been
Nothing
writing.
From nothing leaves
Our
nothing.
boy.
Damn. Is that the hook? Nothing but nothing leaves nothing. Like that's what you're talking about right there. I feel it. I get it. It's good stuff. All right. I love this right here. Future Generations, thank you, sir. Says Naughty Dog has not dropped a new IP in 11 years.
That's a long freaking time.
And the first one they do, everybody hates immediately.
Listen, they were gonna
reveal.
They that's new IP. They had a game coming out, and that had to take a back seat to the new IP. And now no one's responding well to the new IP. That's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
That's crazy. They should have went ahead and put out Factions too.
They should have put in. Yo, honestly, if they would have just put out Factions, their lives would have been way different.
Different, for sure.
Way different. The fact that they went ahead and like just said, fuck that. We don't want to do that because we want to focus on making Intergalactic. And then they show us Intergalactic and everybody hates Intergalactic. Like, you gotta be like saying to yourself, what the did you delete? Did you delete that shit? Or did you just
is it too late for Roki? So we can
can we bring that shit back? Just pretend I guarantee you, if they just release a trailer for Factions tomorrow and just saying psych, you know what I'm saying? And they release a Factions trailer and it looks like The Last of Us, but multiplayer, people are gonna be hyped for it, and Intergalactic will just be quietly canceled and thrown away. Unless they do some major drastic, change. It's a problem.
Park Q says he loves your voice, CMoney.
Why, thank you. Okay, thank you.
He wants you to know that.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it.
That's really nice. Really nice to say.
Very
thank you, Park Q.
Very kind. All right. Let's go ahead and let's start this bitch.
Let's go.
I think we should. Okay, chapter. Have it here. Wait, do I? Let me just make sure. Yes. Chapter is gotten. So I'm gonna write this. Boom. Bada bing. Bada bang. All right. So as you can see, it is not a rumor. It is not a joke. It is the truth. The Last of Us 3 is not happening, right out of the mouth of the person that would know.
Damn.
Neil Druckmann says The Last of Us Part 3 will likely not happen. I guess the only thing I would say is don't bet on there being more of The Last of Us. This could be it.
Ooh.
So when we talked about all those weeks ago, that when he talked about him wanting to spend time with his daughter because she only has a few more years left.
Sure.
Which, theoretically is nice, but I mean,
we know why he said it.
For a few more years, you're gonna quit your career for the rest of days.
It's over.
For a few more years.
She's like, bitch, better have my money.
I don't know. Yeah, no, the fact is that we said it right back in the day when this was happening and that came out. It was clear that things were not looking great. And, I think he knew Factions was getting canceled back then. I think he knew that Intergalactic was going to be, not a smash. I feel like he knew. I don't think you could not know, right? Like,
what do you mean? Like when they were gonna put out the trailer, or like after the reaction? That at what point do you think he figured this out?
I feel like a part of him knew that it probably was going to be was going to be a stretch for people to get behind. Like, unless you are blinded, right? Unless you literally are not paying attention to what's happening in the world, it's pretty easy to have known going in that Intergalactic was not going to be a fan, favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
as a reveal.
He also probably knew that, like, it's PlayStation. We get a different, we get treated differently, right? So maybe he was banking a little bit on that. But yeah, it's all over the game. The many reasons why people would be reacting the way that they did, right? Not that they're good enough reasons or the right reasons, right? But with everything, if you look at the pattern of everything that's been taking place, it goes hand in hand.
Agreed. I mean, I do want, like, I want you guys to understand, and I think I have it here. Wait. I know some of you are saying to yourself, I'm so sad. There's gonna be no Last of Us 3. How could they do that to us? Sadness, right? I want to make sure that you are not you're not just left in the gutter, because as you can see, there is going to be more Last of Us. Okay, it's just another controller. Okay?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So no Last of Us 3, guys. No Last of Us 3. But you should definitely invest in the Last of Us limited edition, because we now know it's truly limited. There will be no more Last of Us after this moment. This is the last piece of Last of Us that you can buy for PlayStation. How do you
come out and say this when you're about to drop? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
And why would you release a controller of an IP? Like, make it make sense. You're not delivering games. What in the heck are you doing making controllers? Like, relax. You have plenty of those out. Start investing on software. And by the way, are we seeing things that they're making it seem like their faces are on the controller, but when it zooms out, they're not?
No. The faces represent.
Can you silence it? Maybe,
the symbol?
No, there's no silence.
There is. I can hear it.
The symbol is representative of the face. Is that what you're saying?
I can't hear anything. I hear no sound from this.
Yeah, I still hear it. And I don't know if it's like copyrighted, by the way. And that's another headache.
Okay. Well, let me get rid of it. I had no idea.
I can't hear it either.
Yeah, there's no sound on my side.
Okay, so the symbol is representative of
each person,
but like, you got to be careful though. Like right here, I'm like, okay, are they on the controller? And then you zoom out and it's not there. Like, that would have maybe they should have made 3 different controllers and actually like put Joel on it, right? And Abby, like, actually make it, instead of a symbol, make it them instead. It would be a better looking controller.
I mean, but at this point, what a fucking mockery.
It is, though. Like, how dare you put out a freaking controller of an IP that you know damn well these scalpers had hope for?
Like the fucking like the news broke that there's gonna be no Last of Us 3, and then they're like, "Yo, we got a controller though."
Listen, that's crazy. I do have to say there was a lot of potential to have a third game release, though, because there is content that can be put out and made into a game, maybe even more than just one, if they make a prequel. So that's wild, because you know damn well that it's PlayStation's fault that they can't go ahead and release these games and actually put their thoughts and ideas out there. If it weren't because they themselves are letting down their studios, I mean, they are capable studios. They are.
They were.
I mean, if you don't have the funds and the backing, how are you capable? Like, listen, I'm pretty sure that I can only imagine Intergalactic. And by the way, I do want to address this. I see in the chat that you were excited when they announced Intergalactic. So was I. I don't have the issues that people have out there with a female character shaving her head. I don't have a problem.
I mean,
with
excited
that.
might be
I was
reach, right? Maybe interested.
Yeah,
because there was nothing shown.
But what was shown,
it was just
looked good.
I mean, if that's what it looks like,
mm-hmm.
right? Because it could just be CG.
Exactly.
Right. The very end of it, honestly, the part that looked like gameplay actually made me less excited because it looks like they're gonna go into like that Demon Souls, Dark Souls route,
mm-hmm.
which I'm kind of over that idea. So if that is in fact the way they're gonna go with it, then I'm actually not excited for it at all. If that's the case, like if that's what it turned out to be, I'm gonna be really swole that's it.
But you're not going to be flying. I think that there are a lot of corners being cut in order to go ahead and put out this game. That maybe if they had the funds and the support, they would be obviously able to deliver. So I think that going ahead and being kind of cut short with what you can go ahead and do because you're not supported in a way that you need to be by PlayStation in the way that Xbox is out here supporting their studios, you're limited. That's just point blank limited.
Yeah and this is where it's actually from, because I know I showed Pirate Nation and people might be like, oh, that's a fucking shit account. It's from Variety. They did a big interview with them about the show, and in there they went ahead and they talked about this. So Variety, the author of this, was saying then there's the long whispered possibility of The Last of Us Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, quote, I was waiting for this question, Druckmann says, sighing. He sighed like, when I bring up the prospect of a third game. I guess the only thing I would say is don't bet on there being more of The Last of Us. This could be it.
This sounds, by the way, the fact that he cited and he knew that this question was coming and he's saying kind of like, don't bet on it. It seems like, again, he himself is disappointed about the fact that he can't continue to do his work.
Facts.
Am I the only one who hears that there?
Well, I'm sure. Listen, there's no look. He 100% would have made a part 3. 100%. Why do you think they were making factions?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what just came to mind. Like they were making factions too. They did make factions too. They just couldn't. Again, the game, they came out here saying we're still playing it. The game is so good. And again, the game is not out because PlayStation cannot support factions too. Not if they want to go ahead and continue and make Intergalactic or another game, any new IP. So this is on PlayStation, man, regardless of how you cut it.
Agreed.
It'll be interesting to see what happens once he leaves, because he's going to. And then a few years later, does he decide, I'm making my own studio? Because then you know what it really was, right? This is very likely hey, I thought I was the one controlling what my studio is making. Who are you to come and tell me I can't make my game? Right? But this is all speculation, right? I'm just guessing. Somebody at that level generally has a little bit of an ego, and rightfully so, right? And so then you say, okay, wait, you're gonna come and tell me, the one that's making like the premier franchises, what I'm gonna do? Okay.
Yeah. Well, and supposedly they had that, right? Like in the past, it was like you do whatever you want.
Yeah. This is not the same Sony. As we keep saying, it's not the same PlayStation. This is not the same PlayStation. Things have changed quite a bit.
They have.
It's really not. I'm not.
This is not the PlayStation that the developers
Yep.
signed up for. That they, oh, you got it. Let's go. Hold up.
Nice.
Let me zoom. Hold on. Let's go.
And he got it in blue like a true pony butt.
Yeah, well, I love blue.
Ponies don't own blue.
Hargy.
Ponies are going away soon, bro.
Right?
So
Yeah.
that blue is no longer theirs.
That's
I don't know if
dope.
He
comes
does have
through,
buttons
but-
on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it has green front facing and then the blue paddles.
That's dope. Looks real nice, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy. That's dope.
And I use my little chat pad.
Does it fit there?
Yeah. Absolutely. It just fits on.
Really? I still have mine somewhere.
See?
I think I assumed it didn't fit. Oh yeah, look at that. Shit. Yeah. All right. So what do you guys think about this overall? Demo, we can start with you, man. Like where do you think, the fact that Last of Us is not happening, what does this mean for PlayStation? What does it mean for Naughty Dog? What does it mean for Intergalactic and its future and what's going to happen if that doesn't hit? Like, where are you kind of sitting with it?
Well, I mean, what can I say? It is what it is. Another game that is not going to come out, thanks to PlayStation. We are tired of seeing the same thing all over and over again. So this is just a habit. This is habit right now at this point, right? It kind of sucks because The Last of Us is a good series, right? And it has a great following, and people love to talk about this all over the internet, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere. You hear people talking about The Last of Us. Well, Sony PlayStation fanboys, they love to post Last of Us gameplay, whatever you want to call it, anyways, and they love to just talk about it as one of the greatest games ever made, right? And a lot of people believe that, so I'm gonna respect it. So the fact that you are not getting a third one, it just goes to show that maybe the second one wasn't as successful, and also that the first faction wasn't as successful. Like that's one of the reasons why I believe that they didn't produce factions 2, is because the first one didn't hit the way they wanted it to an extent, and now they are low on funds, so they had to watch their pockets before they make another move with something as fragile as The Last of Us. Because let's keep it real, like I was saying earlier, if The Last of Us were to come during these times with all the controversies and everything that it has, being a novel and all, then that could even bring more damage to the franchise. Now, I love how you said that maybe Neil decides to go his own way and part ways with Sony and create his own studio. And look, it's up for grabs. And you know who's Real Madrid in this bitch? You know who's the New York Yankees in this bitch, who gets the best players all the times? And that's Xbox, And not only Xbox, we got other players like Tencent, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, I believe that this is actually bad for PlayStation, because The Last of Us, come on, part 3 not even being like considered, or maybe not even like part 3, but what about a prequel, or how everything started, or maybe a spin-off or something The Last of Us, because we get blasted by everybody because Halo, they won, like, even though Halo Infinite came out not too long ago, 5 years ago, but whatever, it's still ongoing, it still has seasons and everything. They still want Halo to go on. So the same thing goes for something like The Last of Us. I think they should be working on it. I think they should be looking to produce more of these games, because it's definitely like a good franchise for them. They don't even have that many, to be honest. So them losing the potential of another Last of Us games that could be extremely huge for Sony PlayStation fanboys, for Sony PlayStation fans, for lovers of the franchise. It's a missed opportunity. That's the way I see it. I feel like they could have handled this better. This is nothing but bad management by Sony PlayStation. I feel like they really fumbled the bag with this one. There's no other way to because The Last of Us 3, regardless of what people talk about it was gonna sell. Like, for sure. That was for sure. That's like making another God of War 3, or whatever the hell they want to call it now. They make another one, and people for sure are going to be right there.
It would sell, but it was still, I think it was sell less. I think they're the problem is they're on a slide, like their trajectory is downwards, which sucks. But it's still it would still sell more than Astrobot. You know what I'm saying?
No, most definitely. I feel like Sony PlayStation, they're really wasting their time finding, because I believe that the word on the street is that Xbox doesn't have a personality, or doesn't have like a what is it, like what they call it, is it personality or identity? Right. Yeah,
Get out
they
of here.
they love to say that Xbox doesn't have an identity, but the question is, Sony PlayStation, what is your identity? The whole identity of Sony PlayStation revolve around the exclusives, and they don't even have that. At least Xbox, without exclusives, give me better prices, right? They don't give you exclusives, but they give you better prices. Like, well, now, like, what? I don't know. Tell me why would it? Why in the hell would I go and buy a Sony PlayStation in this day and age? Right? There's really no real reason, because I mean, there's no exclusive, and the prices that they have in the store aren't good. They are even being sued by posting higher prices on the store because of how anti-consumer they are with their own people, which is like funny, to say the least. So yeah, my opinion is this is a big fumble by Sony PlayStation. I feel like they should work on the IPs that they know that are gonna sell. And I'm saying this without hating on nothing. I'm just saying it because I believe that they should give their fans what they want, like Bloodborne. Like people are asking for Bloodborne on PC all over the place. Why in the hell you don't give it to them? They're asking for factions. You put it on ice or whatever. You know what? Bring it out. Bring it out. Like what? Like as an artist, you got a song that you perform, and people are like the crowd in your concert are like, please give me this song, and you go ahead and perform some other bullshit song that nobody wants. Like, come on, bro, give people what they want. And that's my issue with Sony PlayStation. Also, like, their prices, bro. It's like what really breaks my balls is the Sony PlayStation prices. And that's the truth, bro. It's just the prices of the games are ridiculously expensive over there. And that's that. Like, that to me is bad because I'm a working man, hardworking man. I just got out of here, like, running from work. I have a kid now that I have to pay daycare for. Is actually like a lot of money, like $150 a week. So imagine me spending $70 on some bullshit game that I'm not even gonna finish because it's not even that good. So I mean,
cool.
It doesn't work for me. It might work for others. I mean, good for you if you got the money like that. I ain't tripping if you got it. But the reality is that the majority of people are in my situation. Hard-working person that comes from work. Is busy, have all this shit to do with their family and all this shit to do at work with their careers. And then they get home and they just want a game. You don't need to like break an arm and a leg and a kidney just to buy a game and play a game, a brand new game. Well, Game Pass and Xbox are giving me the option. Not only that, all the places like GOG, CD Keys, Epic. I mean, the list goes on places that you can buy games cheaper. So I mean, some people will love the quality. Yeah, I like the expensive shit, but for the most part, people want to save their money. It's just a freaking fact. And call me bro, call me whatever the hell you want, but that's just a reality, man. And the times that we're living on.
So do you think if Druckmann goes, then
somebody's gonna get him? Somebody, EA, Ubisoft, anywhere, anybody can get it. Xbox could be all over. And that's the thing that Xbox is doing right now. They're acquiring studios, of course, but they're also acquiring talent. I mean, we cover here week after week. Somebody new working for Xbox. Somebody, this dude who was the one who's working on Halo now. They have gone away and they always come back and whatever. Like they always like. Because this is like a football team. You're always going to look for like the players, somebody who direct you, the managers who can direct or give guidance to your projects so they can do good on the long run. So that's just the way I see it. This is bad news, ponies. Like this gotta suck for you, because I mean this is something that is almost guaranteed that you had. The Last of Us 3, yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's almost guaranteed that. And look, it is what it is. It happened because you never spoke. You never asked for what you wanted. You continue to give them money left to right, and you don't care, and you continue to champion Sony PlayStation, and and call Sony PlayStation the superior machine. Like the name has a lot of weight, so they don't have to do much, and all these narratives that you guys run with, and this is what you got. This is the result. This is the outcome of you licking the toes and and everything.
Oh,
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's a rough one. Real quick, we do have our boy Dan Lazar in the building with that $2 super chat.
Yo, Dan, what's good?
Lazy, uninspired art on everything. Lazy. They do have some pretty trash controllers. Like I don't know what they can do to stop that. I don't know who they need to talk about firing some people. They need to fire these motherfuckers. Whoever's designing this shit, they ain't much of a designer. Baby, did you want this controller?
This one, no. I thought like they had the characters on it. The way that they had it coming out, that idea could have been cool. A symbol representing and splitting it into 3. I think they should have. They were gonna go all in.
Yeah,
right?
It might have been
Stop
dope with the face.
half-assing the situations. These are controllers. If you're gonna do it freaking right. Then, like, you can't handle the games. Go ahead and go all out on the design for a freaking controller. Yeah. I don't need you showing me Joel behind the freaking symbol because, hey, just remember, this is Joel. This is what this means. No, put his ass on the damn controller. That would have been fire.
Yeah, I think it would have been dope. Like if on the handle, it would have been like the big face, right? But 3 different ones. You know what I'm saying? So you could have had one with like one side had a face, maybe like Ellie. The other side, like another controller could have had the other side with Abby, and like a third controller could have like Joel in the middle up top, big or something like that. Like that would have been dope.
Or like just take the damn freaking lines off. Like go ahead and find a way to make a smooth one just for special controllers, right? Stop recycling the same crap. It's frustrating.
It is.
They want people to invest. They don't invest in anything they do officially. Like really go ahead and artistically invest in it, and then maybe people will respond to your crap.
100% agreed. And to be clear, like this is like the fact that Last of Us 3, I'm upset because I want a Last of Us 3. Like that is what I was hoping it would have been revealed when they revealed Intergalactic. Okay. And I was hyped. You know what I'm saying? I was hyped when they first dropped it. And I was like, all right, this looks pretty dope. But like just as the more you see it and the more you look at that last clip and the more you hear about the game, it's so mother effing like tiring that it seems like they're going the same route as like these Dark Souls and shit like that for their new game. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have given us Intergalactic and made it another type of game like this, story driven, just their story and just focusing on that, and none of that boss combat bullshit, but instead just a story of playing the game and overcoming some normal shit, even though it's in space, something. But the fact that they're going ahead and fucking doing this same bullshit,
they continue to chase the trends, right? There are a lot of Souls games out there, and they figure this will potentially take, which is funny because we've been saying they're making a lot of these freaking games, and it's like, okay, when are we gonna hit the stop button? Like pump the brakes a bit.
Like I feel like they're so behind everything. You know what I'm saying? Like when Souls games were hot, they didn't have a game to drop, right? So they're like, all right, well, I could imagine they were forced to shift it. That's why Neil is out.
That's possible. Do you remember? I think it was Gummy Bear that was going to have like a safe room where you can talk about
Oh my God.
That's PlayStation, you guys.
That's wild. That's PlayStation. That's a wild.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Let's make it less safe for the little youngins that may want to be playing these games, and let's have a chatting room where we share our feelings and how
about our identities. Let's have a room where we discuss our identities.
This is what you want.
Wild. Yeah, agreed. So yeah, no, for sure. And thank you, baby, for clarifying about this intergalactic situation. But yeah, that was a I don't know. I'm not feeling it. They stay behind. So I do want to get Hargeet's bars, but I did just see something that's wild. Our boy.
Yep.
Motherfucking Mash in the building.
Yo,
let's
freaking go.
20 all boy for game memberships. Goddamn.
Mash, bro.
My dude.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that's wild, man. Thank you so much, bro. Y'all know what to do.
Tell them, baby.
What the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out. And of course, our brother, my boy, Mash. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Much appreciated, homie. All right, let me see. Who got it? This is a lot. So let's see. You got Masshole. You got Fuzzy Tomato.
Okay.
You got Brarius or Briarius. Remember we had a whole discussion for a while ago? I think it's Brarius. I'm gonna go Brarius. Isaac Hayes 85. You got Michael Guzman. You got Marcus Hobdy. You got Blue Moon FC. You got Terrence Harris. You got Jagger Blaze Alex. Drumline Roller, Tony Miller, Evan Huff, Parksy 1972, RJ, The Truth Lies, Texas Blood, DC, Anthony Roberts, and Shrek plus Mike Wazowski, Back from the Dead 1, Talking with Bob. All right, I think that was it. That was 20.
Yo, welcome you guys. And Mash,
man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Mash, super dope of you, man. Much appreciated, my brother. Thank you so much. All right. So go ahead, my boy Hargeet. Let us know. What do you think about this, man? What do you think about The Last of Us Part 3? All this whole situation with them, and what does it mean? What do you think? Give us some bars on that. But then, what do you think that means for the future of Sony? Because I mean, you honestly, if it's not now, you would assume that Last of Us 3 would be in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? As maybe a next gen, PlayStation game. But Neil's like, and he didn't. All right, let me also say this, and I know I'm kind of messing with what you're about to say, but he also didn't say it with that sigh. He didn't say it oh yeah, but we got something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was more yeah. Not happening.
Nah, dog. Times are rough.
You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
There's several. Look, they also have Uncharted, right? And it could be that they're going to visit that next, right? So they have Intergalactic. It's probably going to be several years out before that comes out, and then maybe Uncharted, and that's probably another 5-6 years. So you're looking at the next decade is these two games, right? And then who knows what? And as we know, Neil, he's kind of hey, I'm going to take a hiatus here. So there's another HBO series that had this same problem of the ending, and that was Game of Thrones, where the author still hasn't finished the last 2 books, and they had to kind of finish the series, right? So they kind of came up with whatever they could and kind of put it out there. That might be the way you get the story for Last of Us. Is the new series the new season coming out now? Is that why maybe the controller's coming out? Is that what's happening? I don't know if that's the case or not.
I don't know how close it is. I think it is coming out relatively soon. I think it was announced at that CES thing. So
that might be why the controller, right? It's to tie in with that.
Actually, somebody brought up a good point that controller might be the factions controller that they had planned to release with factions.
And they just went ahead and released it.
And that's why there's 3 different logos, right? So they were probably breaking it up into different factions.
Factions.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I mean, very likely that's a possibility as well, right? But I think that's unfortunate, and it's just sort of a reality, and kind of in what I've been saying for years now is that games take way too long to make, and at some point there's just realities of how much can you make, Right. The same thing with Todd Howard. How long is he going to be around? How many more games are we going to get from him? Right. You have Elder Scrolls in the pipeline. You have Fallout after that. Is there going to be a Starfield 2? I don't know. It's just that many years out, right? And he's getting older and older. And this is just reality of life, right? And Neil's got to be looking at the same thing, saying, well, look, even if I'm in for the beginning of the next, I'll create the story for the next, Uncharted, and I'm out, right? And then that's it, because Last of Us is going to be so many years out. It's done from here, right? Now, does that mean it's over? Look, like anybody, like, if you have good IP and you know what to do with it, you would, take advantage of it and say, let's go ahead and continue that. My problem with that theory is Sony or PlayStation is kind of notorious for just letting go. They have so much in their back catalog that they just don't do anything with, right? And you're like, okay, is that what's going to happen here? It probably is, right? If it's, like Xbox side, Fable was sitting around. They're like, you know what? Maybe we can have one of our studios out there take a stab at it. Let's see if somebody has an idea. And, it seemed to work. Playground is making the game, right? That's great, right? So we get Fable again. I don't know that they do that here, right? Because PlayStation has kind of limited their output, and they really haven't visited their back catalog. They have so much IP that they have just put on the shelf and just left it alone. Like, well, is that what's going to happen here? And that might be what Neil's thinking, is like, if I don't push for it, it's probably dead, right? So you might get the ending of this story in the television series, and that will be the end of it. And so that's what I'm guessing. That's what he's thinking.
Nathan, fucking Hargeet, the last of it. I started thinking about Uncharted. It's like Nathan. I was about to call you Nathan Drake, yo.
Right. So that may be what happens, right? The next game after Intergalactic is probably an Uncharted story, whatever that is. And maybe Neil is there to kind of start out the story more of that. And like, here's what the storyline is going to be, right? And then you guys can flesh out the dialogue and make it happen, right?
You think so? You think that they are clearly taking Intergalactic as their big bet, right? It's obviously a large investment.
I don't know how they don't at this point. I think they've put too much into it. And you think that they're
still willing to, like, I'm honestly of the mind, and I don't know how far out in, like, out of possibility land you may think this is, but I really am of the mind that there are not a lot of shots to take. I really don't feel like I don't think Sony is looking at these studios like, all right, here's your next one, and make sure you got the next one lined up right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I really feel like this is first of all, it's a brand new IP. They don't make an IP with the hopes of it just being a one-off, right? Mm-hmm. Naughty Dog has done all franchises. Everything that they've done has been a franchise.
So you think maybe they'll be an Intergalactic 2 right afterwards?
I mean, I think that would be the idea, right? If they cancel Factions and they canceled the idea of Last of Us 3, because again, he sighed. So that was not that was I tried talking to him about a 3, but they didn't want to do it type deal.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Working on 3 and they canceled it.
Yeah, I think they put it on the shelf, and I don't know what happens, right? Because like, if it was PlayStation of old, I think they would try to continue to do things, right? This is just not that PlayStation. I don't know if that changes. It's market dynamics at this point, because of where they kind of are. Pretty much around the world, they are a monopoly. And then you have the US market where it's still somewhat competitive with Xbox. And if the rest of the world, they kind of have that, they don't have to acquire you. They don't have to waste money. And like, these games, the Naughty Dog games cost a lot of money. And they're going to sit there and say, why waste this kind of investment when we don't have to, right? If we put in half the investment, can we get enough of a return? Is that good enough? And Neil might be saying, like, what? Go F off. I'm going to spend, I want to make the kind of game I want to, and this is not the world they're in, right? This is not like, the Xbox world where like, go ahead, right? Hey, Starfield, it's not ready yet. We think it's not ready yet. You guys think it is. No. Take the time. Go ahead. We'll spend more money. No problem. Go ahead. Right? This is not the same world, right? So I don't know. I think they're in a, like, this is where Money Man comes in and starts saying, you guys don't know how to make money out of your games. That's literally what Hiroki Totoki said, right? And so, like, if you go in and say that, well, what's the result going to be? Tighten your budgets. Make sure you sell enough copies, right? Make more remasters. That's what they keep doing.
Facts. Kept hearing about it.
This is it's unfortunately, this is kind of where PlayStation is, right? It's the warning that we've been throwing out this whole time. Hey, this is where you guys are going. This is where you guys are going. PlayStation guys, you need to worry about this. You need to worry about this because you're not going to get games. This is what's going to happen. But hey, you know, if they're okay with it, then this is what's going to happen. And this is why I think this is all good from a competition perspective. Why? Because they're digging their own grave. Xbox is going to come up with, it's kind of been substantiated now, new next-gen stuff next year. And with it, a launch lineup that is going to be so incredibly impressive that there's got to be some level of enthusiasm gap that says, my PlayStation 5 sits here and does nothing for me. I've got that side showing me game after 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 game, and I want to play like 10 of these, right? Why wouldn't I go buy it? Right. And I think that's where they're kind of pushing right now. You'll like see like the hardware levels are dropping off as far as what they're putting out in the market because they keep losing money. They're like, I don't think I want to do this. And like Demo, you were mentioning, get ready for the price increase, right? When the new hardware comes, you're not getting the discount, guys. So I think that's what they're looking to do. They're going to get to the next gen and say, here you go. Here's cost. That's what it is. But you get all these games and you get Game Pass. Come over to our side and you will be fed constantly. Or you can stay on PlayStation, get a drib and drab here and there. You might get a game once a year, whether you like that game or not, right? Ghost of Yotei might be great. Astro might be great. How many copies is it selling? Are you like enthusiastic about something, right? Where's the killer showcase where you're like, damn, that's why I need to be on PlayStation? Do they have one of those? Like that's what's going to keep happening. And that, we lost Doodle. It looks like.
Welcome everybody to the Hard Key and Demo Flow Gaming Show.
That's funny.
Getting Doodle back on. Either way. So
yeah, it popped out.
We kicked it out. Don't let it back in. Doodle, you're not allowed.
You wish, Demo. You wish.
I just do that. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, because the audio comes through CMoney's side.
That's right.
But yes, but either way, so I think that's kind of what's happening here, unfortunately, right? So does that bode well for the other studios? I don't know. We will see. Insomniac has become Marvel Studio, and like we saw what Wolverine looks like. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know, but like so far it hasn't impressed. We have not even seen the release date for that.
We're good. No,
we're good.
All good.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is unfortunately kind of where they are. We got, was it Saros? Was that the game that they showed?
Yep.
Do you think that's going to be a 10 million copy seller? I don't think it is.
I think everybody already forgot about it.
Yeah. Is that going to be a big system, mover? Again, I don't think it is. So like, this is what you've got, PlayStation folks. This is, you basically look forward to our games. That's really it. The Xbox games are what you're looking forward to. It's just a fact. It's what you want to play is the stuff that is releasing on Xbox. At some point, you just got to ask yourself, why are you on PlayStation then? Right? You can get all this. You can rent the console, but you can pay for Game Pass and you have everything. It's just like, why not just do that? It just, whatever. At some point, the value just kind of is there. And if you just look at it and you say, from a customer perspective, me as a consumer, what am I getting from that platform? I think this is where Sony is going to be in trouble. If Nintendo brings it, then they got to start competing at some point, right? You can't just keep doing this. So if Nintendo brings it, Xbox is already bringing it. If that next gen hardware is going to differentiate itself from Xbox, like watch out. Like it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next. Rest on your laurels, and eventually you will get caught, right? This is kind of the way it is. You have to compete at some point, right? They don't want to. At this point, they don't care because they just want to rake in the money. I wouldn't blame them. I don't blame them. Why waste money when you can just make profits, right? If customers are coming to you anyway,
it's the worst part. That's the way it is. The worst part of their business is the first party, though. That's
Yeah.
where
It
they
is what it
fucking,
is.
they don't have a big presence there where they're bringing all this cash and it's like, yo, we're fucking killing it with this first party. It's like, no, it's they take so long. All they see is red on their internal because they just see how when it comes to their first party, because it's all just out, money out, nothing's coming in, and it's like crazy amounts of money, bro. Like Microsoft has been able to make fucking bangers while not spending through the roof. It seems it's almost as if talent trumps the cash. You know what I'm saying?
And they have so much in the pipeline that it's hard to keep track of. They have their own first party studios and all these second party deals. Remember, like, was it 100 studios or something like that?
Yep.
Right. They have that game. They have like the Wu-Tang Clan game. Like, there's all this stuff we haven't even heard about. There's so much in the pipeline outside of their own studios, which we haven't heard all the games about, right? There's still stuff that we haven't heard about. First party coming out this year, we still haven't heard about, right? This is just where Xbox is. It's crazy. So there's going to be an enthusiasm gap at some point, right? And if that launch lineup, new hardware, new gen, Call of Duty with all its features being maxed out on new gen Xbox, like there's just going to be this thing where it's like the level of excitement is going to flip. And then what do you do? How do you match that? Now, what will happen in the rest of the world? I don't know. I know over here it could very well flip and Xbox could be the leader in the US, but I don't know what happens in the rest of the world. It's very hard for them to breach that. I'm not sure what they can do to make that happen, but that's something they need to like figure out. It's a tough sell, I understand, but it's something they need to go figure out. But again, games is why people play. That's it. It's just games. The more games you keep showing, the more it's going to be like, well, why am I not over there when all the games are over there? It's just it. And it's a question that people are going to have to ask themselves as the next gens come in. Right.
I mean,
so
we talked about this a little bit on I think on Tuesday's show. It's like, that's true. The problem is that the number of those people is so small because you're really only talking about the core who are going to even notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not talking about, the vast majority of people who own a PlayStation really don't give a fuck. They don't even know who make these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they see Forza, the vast majority of those people don't know it's an Xbox game. And even if it says Xbox Game Studio, they wouldn't even know that that's the other console. You know what I'm saying? Like, to them, it's a nothing
doesn't
burger,
register. Yeah,
right?
sometimes.
So like even that's why Xbox is doing this, because even flooding it with other games, they know these people are not coming over. They don't care. They're just, all Xbox wants is them to buy the game because there is no other way for them to do it. Yo, seeing Forza #1 in all these countries that Xbox games would never be #1 in, you know what I'm saying? Are crazy, yo.
Yeah, it is. It is. Shout out to Colin Prime.
No, don't take that. I was gonna do it.
Oh,
I had it fucking
go
lined
ahead.
up here.
Go ahead.
You can't do it yourself. I'm
go
doing
ahead.
it.
Listen, I saw it, and listen, dropping
No,
bars.
don't say that until after.
Go ahead.
Damn it, Doodle.
Go ahead.
Ruined it. I had a whole thing planned and everything.
Go ahead.
You had a plan.
Pardon me.
Yeah, it's ruined. Now we gotta let it. You gotta give it a little time now.
No,
okay?
go ahead.
Give it a couple.
I'm ready to address it.
All right. So I had a whole thing set up. And
listen.
Threw me off, dude.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay. It's gonna just sound random.
Go back around.
All right. Listen. Go ahead. Continue, Hargeet. Let it.
Yeah. So anyway, so as far as PlayStation, look, first, they're still in a great position brand wise. People still recognize them. They're still selling consoles. Yeah, and they will continue to sell games in their PlayStation store, right? That's great for them. They'll keep making revenue. The hits they take on making their own games, they're going to lessen that. That's what's going to happen. It's just the way it is. And so they're going to look for more profit. And there's no reason for them to invest $300 million to make the next Last of Us. That's probably where this is, okay? And so you're just going to keep seeing more of this. Those nice cinematic adventure games, you're probably going to get one every 4 years, something like that, okay? That's just how this is going to go now. You're going to have to slow down on getting those. But you'll get them every now and then.
But
you'll get more sorrows.
Next gen is going to cost them. Like, imagine what next gen will cost. Like, what next gen will cost Naughty Dog. You know what I'm saying? For them to do what they would want to do,
to tailor it to the next gen hardware, right?
To make it next gen hardware, to push it right to the next level graphically, right? Because they're the only, to be fair, all these people that we've talked about, whether it's the new God of War that came out that let us down, right? Where it's like, oh God, it looks like a PlayStation 4, even though it released on PlayStation 4. It's like that wasn't a next gen game, right? The Spider-Man 2 might as well have just been on PlayStation 4 because it doesn't look like a next gen game. To be fair, Naughty Dog hasn't released shit that was new outside of just remasters.
That's right.
So we haven't really seen them take a swing at this
even
gen
a PS5
at
game.
all.
Yeah.
Right. They haven't even took a swing. So this is this intergalactic shit, which, you know, if what we saw was what it looks like gameplay wise, like, right, like it's definitely a next gen looking game, right? It's not a last gen looking game, it's a next gen looking game. If what they showed us is accurately representing the way the game's going to look, even though I don't like how it's ultimately going to play, but this is just a PlayStation 5 game. When you go to PlayStation whatever the fuck, right, the next generation of whatever it was going to be,
PS6,
like, you know that the cost was going to go crazy for them to go into the detail that they would want to go into. And that's
like
where
what
it's
Sean
like,
Layden was saying, right? The prices keep escalating. There's no way to keep up. We just have to like figure out a new way. There's just, what do you do? How do you make that work? It's gonna eventually cave. That's where they are now.
Yeah, it's 100% true. It's 100% true. So like, it just would be too much money for Sony to want to risk, and that's what I think. Like, again, like you kind of brought up the idea of Uncharted, right? For them to do an Uncharted that would be exciting, that would make people be like, oh my God, they will have to push to the absolutely next level, highest level, right? And dude, that's all for them. It literally equates dollars. Like, I don't understand. Like, Microsoft somehow can have a studio like Ninja Theory and make the best looking game ever known to mankind, okay, and spend like $80 million and call it a day. And then even Indiana Jones, right? Another one of them, so beautiful, right? Amazing game. I'm sure that they didn't spend hundreds of millions of dollars making Indiana Jones. Same thing with Avowed. Again, Obsidian's cooking 6 different games at any given time. I'm sure Avowed didn't cost them hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. I just don't think so. So it's just they're able to have teams produce at lower costs and still give amazing experiences. And for some reason, PlayStation just throws money at these studios, and it's like, I don't know who's driving what car and what house they living in. Like, I feel like Insomniac spent 315 or something like that million on Spider-Man 2. Where?
That's before marketing.
Where, bro? Come on, man.
So it's a lot of the mocap. It's a lot of the acting, right? That costs money.
The acting is not great, right? When
it
you
doesn't
watch
matter,
that,
it still costs.
It doesn't look great. They need to do something. They need to do
replace. But yeah, so like this is kind of the look. Xbox also has the shield of Game Pass, right? They have continuous recurring revenue that they can just use to make games. That's it. It's just that simple, right? They can make the the third party deals, but they bring in $5+ billion a year in Game Pass revenue, and so that gives them a nice shield to say, right, we can take 4 of that, cover our studio costs as much as we need to. And oh, by the way, we have Candy Crush just generating cash. We have Minecraft just generating cash. We have World of Warcraft generating cash. Call of Duty generating cash, right? We just black hole games that just keep making us money, right? And that can cover the rest. And so they just have the ability to do things that is just tougher to do for PlayStation without eating into their profits. They also took a ton of their cash and used it on acquiring studios to do these live service games, and the vast majority of it failed. So, look, they have 2 more big ones coming, Marathon, Fair Games. We'll see what happens there. Good luck. We haven't seen what Fair Games looks like. We've seen a little bit of Marathon, and apparently is going through some rejiggering to make it better, right? We'll see what happens. Good luck to Bungie. Hopefully they can do something with it, but that's unfortunately where they are.
Could be given to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Listen, that Marathon game was shown months ago at this point to creators. You don't show it to creators. Don't say, yeah, you can let them know that you saw this and then not bring shit out, not do anything with that. The creator's not allowed to talk about it. They were allowed to say, yeah, we went and played it. They couldn't give an impression. They couldn't say I liked it, didn't like it. They couldn't say shit, and they haven't. That's not good. That doesn't look good, right? That doesn't bode well.
Yeah, we'll see if they rejigger it and come back and there's something. It was supposed to come out this year. I don't think it is because I haven't heard a goddamn thing. Have you? I mean, like, I haven't heard a thing. So I don't see it coming out this year.
Oh no, man.
Because if it comes out, you would think it'd come out in the summertime, right? You certainly don't want to release it next to freaking GTA.
Is it
right?
Concord
That's a stupid
2.0?
idea.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it very well could be. It very well
dude, like
could be.
it's funny because we think about Concord as such a massive hit for them, right? Like, damn, 400 million gone. Yo, Bungie's the OG. 3 billies gone. What a waste of goddamn life that purchase was. All it did was cancel games, throw away.
I mean, they haven't
money.
Fully paid for Bungie yet, so
no,
they
still got that shit on later.
Yeah, I mean, between that and I think people tend to overlook what's invested in the games that have been canceled. Money has gone into that as well that they are not going to recuperate. So
yeah, it's an interesting time, right? So we will see how this pans out. It may mean nothing. Maybe PlayStation players are happy with whatever they have and they just get Xbox games, maybe a little later and they're like, oh, that's good. We'll just play those games. Fair enough. Right. That might be fine for them. But look, the downside, like from my perspective, I'm happy I sold my PlayStation because they don't have anything. They have nothing to even entice me, but they put their games on PC. Whenever anything of value comes out, I'll get it on PC.
Did you get rid of it when GameStop was doing that extra 50? What was it, extra 50 or something like that? They did for like a little bit.
Yeah, I got rid of it even before
he was
that.
selling. You were selling an Xbox, right? Because you wanted to get the Galaxy.
Yes,
I was trying to do that, but then it went down. The Xbox right now has better trade-in value than the PlayStation, so I can get more for that right now if I wanted to trade it in as like $330 or something like that towards the Galaxy Edition. I haven't bothered yet.
So, how is that
because it was like at 385. That was awesome when it was at 385.
Yeah, it hit nice and high.
It did.
That was such a F up because it takes
could have gotten rid of it.
So much energy to like set up and take the time to get it done. It was though a miss because the trading went freaking down. Yeah, it was crazy.
Sorry, Demo, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying that how is that even possible? That the trading value of the Xbox is greater than Sony PlayStation 5.
They're not making as much. Xbox is like cutting back on the hardware sales, and I think it's because they're ramping up on the next gen, and I don't think they're going to take a hit. So they still take a financial hit every time you buy an Xbox, right? With the Series S or X.
I mean,
right?
Any console, really.
Well, no, PlayStation I think is now even, so they make money, or they're not spending money on you buying it. And Nintendo never does, right? They're always at profit. So I think Xbox is saying, why the hell should we keep taking a financial hit? We're already like losing this gen. What's the point? We're going to just take the hit. We're going to cut back on hardware sales and ramp up for next gen and sell that at, even or with profit, right? And that way they don't have to keep taking a financial hit on their bottom line every time they sell a console, right? So I think they're going to kind of play that game. It's about a year and a half, right? So it's like, fine, let's just take that hit. We'll have next gen hardware and we'll just do that, right? And that seems like a better option for their financial, status. So because there's lower, consoles available, but there is still demand because like people are seeing the games and they're like, I don't want to play those games. Where's my Xbox? I want to buy the new Xbox. So the demand's there. And so, there is like, at least last I checked on GameStop, I could get more for my Xbox than you could get for a PlayStation. But hey, whatever. So, but yeah, I still say get rid of PlayStation. There's like nothing there. That's just what is the point? Game Pass is the thing.
It's taking up space, looking stupid. Just looks goofy, standing there like an asshole with nothing to play. Just like a dumb bitch. Like, what the fuck are you doing there? All right. Before I get my doodles take on this, and then we'll move on. Demo, there's a message for you. Okay, it's in the chat. All right, you ready? So I'm Cullen Prime, and he wants to let you know that Doodle is the most important part of the show.
Thank you, Colin Prime.
You can never ever suggest
You would think
that Doodle doesn't want it.
you would think
Doodle
that
runs
he would
this bitch. Demo. Doodle runs this bitch. One click, we're
It's
all
my
off the show.
motherfucking
You know what I'm saying? She can run this bitch by herself. We're all gone, and then show
that
up
was
for
a really
her.
organic reaction, but I'm used to dudes feeling intimidated.
Oh my God,
Female
no!
presence.
No, she took it there now. She took it there
Pony
now.
pots, scallopers, they're all upset. So,
That's
oh my God,
exposed.
Where is my?
I know I know. I felt it.
Oh, by the way, CMoney.
Exposed. You are fake news.
You are fake news.
Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, CMoney, check your DM. There is a new console in town. Yeah,
a new post. Oh, this picture over here. Let me put it.
Train station.
Nice.
You know what's funny?
What?
You guys know how much our daughter Purpleberry, how funny she is because she puts stuff in Discord all the time. Sometimes we go after CMoney, and she heard Demo's name and she said, "Is his name Demo because he never reached full potential because he's a demo?"
Oh shit!
Now, when you put it when you put it that way, that's actually good. When you put it that way,
that was really good.
It made me feel some type of way. I'm about to tear it up in here. I'll be right back.
That's wild.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that is wild.
It's true. It's true.
But makes sense though.
Yeah, rent station is definitely appropriate. It's definitely gonna be our next topic as well. But Doodle, before we switch to that, just your bars on the whole thing with Last of Us 3 not being, a thing, most likely canceled, probably early on, the way he sighed,
if that,
he felt a certain type of way, and what does this mean for PlayStation and their outlook on what they're doing with these franchises that they had, and if this is gone and Druckmann seems like he's out the door, what does that mean for Naughty Dog and PlayStation?
I mean, I think that when to have talented people, when you can't support their talent, is meaningless. So for him to stick around where he can't put his art out and have it be supported and out there, and he's able to make the games freely that he wants to go ahead and make, it's pointless, right? At that point, why not just retire rather than to continue to go ahead and kind of conform into what Hiroki is trying to turn, PlayStation's first party lineup into, right? I think that he knew that this question was coming. It sounds, from my perspective, the citing and the way that he addressed the question, it seems like he's frustrated, right? It seems like he's not being, again, supported into doing what he wants to do. And I think that he's going to go ahead and kind of let it out through the show. And these studios that are left behind, they're better off not making anything, right? If you went from such a high to go ahead and now not be able to deliver what you want to do and show people what you've got, what for? What are you doing this for? You're gonna mess up your legacy, what you're known for, and Intergalactic is gonna fall short. Not just because of the way that people are receiving it, but also because I don't think that his vision is going to actually be a reality. He's not going to be able to deliver what he can deliver or what he has in mind.
Possible.
And this is very telling not just for Naughty Dog, every other studio out there that is owned by PlayStation, in the consequences from all the decisions that they're making, it's not looking good. I think that they need to go ahead and get ready to go and find work somewhere else. The end is coming. It's that simple. The end is coming. But this is frustrating. I do feel like they had at least 2 more games with The Last of Us. I think that I was one of the people that playing Last of Us 2. What happened with Joel kind of turned me off. I was like, all right, I need either a break, and I never went back to it. I know you loved the story, the way it played out. We'll see during the show if I can make sense of it or if I'm gonna feel the same way. I'm not as attached to the characters in the show as I was with the game. So we'll see how it plays out. I don't know if I will revisit it, but it's over, right? It doesn't really matter.
It's over, and it's only half, which is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were to do, like, let's say, for instance, we said let's redo that series where we played along with the show.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know what they're gonna go ahead.
It's probably gonna end at the place where he gets Golden Knight.
Yeah. Because they're gonna try to separate the 2 stories, and then you're gonna go ahead and do you play as Abby?
Well, back and forth.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe they'll separate the 2 instead of going back and forth, and just kind of like, I don't know how they're gonna work that out for the show.
Yeah. I don't know. It sucks because I like The Last of Us 2, but like even the PC port is not like a big upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It's not like oh man, look at how good they made it look. It's like, god damn. It's nothing. It's just a wasted life. All right. Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Last of Us 3 ain't happening, but you can buy a controller if you want to commemorate the IP. The last.
Will the controller be worth anything once it's all said and done? I don't think so.
No.
I don't
all
think
of you
so.
who bought a Concord controller because you thought it might be worth something, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. All right.
How's your 30th anniversary looking, Hargeet?
Any bites?
Not really, but it's the number of available ones is going down enough that it might get closer. There's still quite a few ahead of it, but but yeah, no.
All right,
it's still there.
Let's keep us good. Let's keep us a little. We'll see when it pops. All right, let me get the next. I got the next one right here. Yes. All right. So let me take my chapter right here. Okay. All right. So this is the joke of the town now. But this is what's happening. That's right, y'all. VGC has written a story that says Sony is leasing the PlayStation 5, PS5 Pro, and PS Portal consoles, as well as like VR and shit like that, to UK players for a monthly fee. Players can rent a PS5 starting from $10.99 per month, depending on the length of the contract, right? So even they are trying to use this, but wait till we see the story, okay? Wait till we actually see this shit. So, all right, players can rent a PS5 starting from $10.99 a month. PlayStation has teamed up with a UK leasing company to let players rent PS5 hardware for a monthly fee. Now, understand, PlayStation has teamed up. This is not a company who's just, renting you a PlayStation like a GameStop or a Blockbuster back in the day, okay? Or a GameFly or some shit like that. PlayStation said, okay, guys, this is what we want to do. All right, so this is what they're doing. Says the leasing plan, which has been branded Flex, is a partnership between PlayStation and leasing firm Raylo. Players can choose to lease standard or digital PS5 consoles, PlayStation Portal handhelds, PlayStation VR2 headsets, or PS5 Pro consoles on a rolling monthly contract. They can also sign up for 12-month, 24-month, or 36-month terms for lower monthly payments. For instance, or for example, a PS5 digital edition console costs $21.95 per month to lease. Okay. With the option to cancel at any time. By committing to 12, 24, or 36 months, the price is lowered to $16.49, $11.99, or $10.99 per month, respectively. The cost to rent each device is as follows.
This is
flexible
crazy.
Monthly fee. Cancel anytime. That means you're saying I want a month to month.
Yeah.
It's like, send me the shit. I want this game just dropped. I want to play this game right now. Okay. PlayStation 5 digital, $22. PlayStation, not dollars, pounds. Sorry, pounds. There's more money in US dollars, right?
Does it come with anything?
Nothing. Just
what
the
are you
game.
supposed
then
to do? Buy the games in a digital box, and then where are these? Where are these games going?
Exactly. Let's get through this.
Okay, so don't get the digital, you guys.
Okay, so so the PlayStation 5 digital for $21.95, PlayStation 5 standard for $23.59, PS5 Pro $35.59 a month, PlayStation Portal $13.99, and PlayStation VR 2 $51.49 a month. Now, let me explain something real quick because I'm trying to figure it out myself. But the VR 2 costs significantly less than a Pro.
It does.
To purchase. Yet somehow it costs more than the price of the Pro and the Portal put together.
They're no longer supporting the PlayStation VR 2. So what they're doing is trying to recoup from what they have laying at a freaking warehouse. That's why it's so pricey.
Now that's the monthly, right? This is the one that you get to say, okay, I only want it for a few months and I'm done. I'll hit you back when I want it again, right? Now, 36-month contract, okay? Per month.
Crazy.
The digital becomes $10.99. The standard becomes $11.99. The Pro becomes $18.95. The Portal is $6.49. And the PlayStation VR 2 is $18.49. How does the VR 2 become cheaper than the Pro? I don't know.
Pony math.
All right, I don't know. More expensive month to month, but cheaper on the contract. Okay. Now understand. Okay, you hear that and you're like, oh, okay, $18.95 for a Pro, way better than 31 or 35, $35.59, right? Basically, almost half the price, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what those are the differences. So if you commit, but understand that's you committing. That means for 3 years,
yes,
you're paying that amount of money, right? So let's just say for a Pro.
Yes, it's $682.20.
So you're paying $682.
Yes, if you sign that contract.
Okay. For 3 years. But hold on. This is the fun fact. You do not keep the Pro. You're not paying towards something. This is not like the Xbox 2-year plan that they had that you can get it and Game Pass and all that shit for less than what it would cost you to actually purchase the Xbox and Game Pass together. But at the end, you own it. No. This is literally a lease, just like a car. You got to give that shit back. Okay. Or negotiate a price at the end. All right. To see if you would buy it. Right. So it continues. If players go with a 36-month contract, the total cost is actually slightly more than what it would cost to buy the console outright. For example, the total cost when leasing a PS5 digital over 36 months is $395.64 versus $389.99 retail price. Naturally, this option is designed for players who can't afford the financial hit of a one-off payment. As the fact states, players don't own their device when they lease it through Raylo. When the lease ends, they have the choice to return their console, continue paying monthly, or contact Raylo to discuss potentially buying it outright. So,
at that
fun fact,
point,
you can't even release it.
Yeah.
You have to start paying that monthly cost.
Yep.
Goddamn.
So you're not going in with the $18.95. You're going in with the regular month-to-month charge. And then you're at the mercy, and let's keep it clear, right? $682.20. Right now, the PlayStation 5 Pro is $700. So you're essentially paying for the console, but then you're at the mercy of like, I'm out of this money. If I want to go ahead and buy it, what number are they going to come back with to go ahead and have me keep this? Because this is a service in which you're getting to go ahead and have the console that you cannot afford to go ahead and just buy. It's not a plan. So why isn't it, if it wasn't something where they were going to screw you over, why aren't they saying that with option to buy and pay the difference from the console's original price? Like, not, if there's a sale or something like that at the 3 years from now, anything. It's not there. They're going to find a way to go ahead and screw you over.
And understand, you're locked in that contract.
Yeah.
So a year down the line, you're like, yo, this shit sucks. Asked out. Stuck with it for another 2 years. It's a beautiful thing. They finish off by saying there's a slightly different PS5 rental service that was launched in Japan last month by game retailer GEO. Seems like a separate from PlayStation. So this was just this retailer doing it. The service, which is provided by 400 stores across Japan, lets players rent a PlayStation 5 console for either 8 days for $6.62 or 15 days for $12.02 before returning it to the store. Japanese players looking to rent a console will be in for the long wait. However, according to Automaton, the service is fully booked across Japan, no doubt due to a combination of a surprisingly affordable price and the release of Monster Hunter Wilds.
I don't think is that insane, right? So, like, let's say you have, people that have a PlayStation and they're going to let you go ahead and, I don't know, borrow the games, or you're planning to buy them at a sale and then return them, like sell them back as used games. And you're going to get X amount of games and you're going to rent it for a month just to experience the games and then get rid of the box, get rid of the games, or give your friend back the games that they lend you. That makes sense, right? So going ahead and capping it for a month or two and then getting rid of it. I mean, they're a one hit and done though. So if there are games you want to go ahead and experience, you kind of can. It's not that bad. I wouldn't get into a contract for 3 freaking years.
What do you mean? You're talking about Japan?
Japan, even the, how much is it? 28. Can we get rid of this egg on the screen?
Oh, Jesus,
what are we watching here?
I don't know. I didn't even notice that stupid shit.
If you're gonna do a month or two and you don't want to go ahead and spend the money on the actual console, I
mean,
for the Pro, $35.59, you're out $70. If you're willing to buy the games that you're looking to play, or if you're gonna find them on sale, month or two.
But then what do you do with those games?
But that's the thing. You'll have to sell them back to like GameStop or somewhere where they take used games and see how much you can make.
No,
or you're borrowing the games
Pro.
from someone.
Remember, it doesn't come with a drive.
That too. That's a problem. It has to be physical.
So
you're not going to freaking. It would be ridiculous to rent a digital console and buy games digitally that are stuck on that console.
That's what you're getting at that price.
That would be that would be crazy. So you need something with a disc.
So PS5 standard has the disc drive.
This is ridiculous, by the way. I just want to make that clear that this is ridiculous. But if that's a situation that some people are in, I just don't. I recommend getting something with a disc, borrowing the games or getting them on sale. Have that ready to go. Month or two, just bang them out, take that back, and be done with it. If the curiosity is there and you can't afford it and you really want to play these games, anything other than that, like this is crazy that they're making it sound and they're framing it as if it's for the players. This is another way for them to squeeze you out of freaking money, trying to see if they can give people a little taste. This is a way, though, by the way, with everything that's out there about the Pro, you try it. If you're on the fence, you try it out for a month and see if it's even. But again, it's digital. You're getting screwed either
fucked.
way.
Like,
you're
there's
getting
no way
screwed.
to
Like
do
either don't get it or go and buy the freaking console.
The only way it makes sense is if you own a PlayStation and you're thinking about buying a Pro.
Okay.
And you're saying to yourself, okay, I already have a PlayStation, and
what are you going to play?
Instead of spending
though?
the £700, I'm going to buy the Pro and try it out. And I already have digital games. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to rent the Pro, try it out. I already have my games digitally. I can go ahead and try those there.
Okay.
And I could buy a game that I want to play on the Pro. I'll still have it so that it works. It still works on the regular PlayStation. So in that scenario, if that very one case scenario
to test out the Pro.
Test of the Pro, if you're saying to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to like the Pro or feel like it's a big enough upgrade for me, but I want to be able to feel it for myself and play myself, see if it on my TV, see what it means to me. I rent the shit for a month, play it, like it, take that shit back, go buy one. It's not like you got to wait. Their shits are everywhere. Easy peasy. Get a Pro, no problem. Or you say, nope, glad I only fucking rented that shit and I'm donezo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying a Pro, right? That's the only use case that I can see here. A Portal, I honestly don't understand why the Portal would be, because it's not like, I mean, I guess theoretically you can use it like at a hotel or something if it has like really good Wi-Fi, right? Like if you're going on vacation, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be going away next month. Let me get myself a Portal, and I don't have to lug my PlayStation around. And now you could stream directly to the Portal on certain games or whatever. So, so I could see that as I'm going on vacation type deal. So I just want that for this month or whatever. But outside of that, if you're talking about I don't have a PlayStation and I'm going to rent a fucking PlayStation and then buy games because you can't rent games unless does GameFly still exist? Is there? I guess technically you can.
You still have to deal with the drive though, right? So PS5 Pro.
So the only one you can get is the PlayStation 5 standard.
Yeah,
which comes
that's the thing. It has to be physical games.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The VR2 is an interesting one for those who want to try it out for a month, right? Instead of paying $500-$600, whatever, you can try it out. If it's for you, then you can buy it if you want, right? But
yeah,
I mean, people are renting it, right? It's happened. It's all, what did they say? It's all booked out.
Well, that's in Japan. And that's only for the PlayStation 5 in Japan.
And I think if it suits you, then it suits you. But this is a new low, man. Like, this is crazy that we're seeing this take place.
Dude, like,
I wonder if it comes with the stand or any of that stuff.
Dude, they're finding a way to monetize the console because they have them all sitting in a fucking warehouse that nobody's playing. And they're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and fucking monetize these goddamn consoles. You're paying for something that you're not keeping. That's crazy for a console.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you own the console, you can play anything on it, right? But you can't play on something you don't have. If you don't have a PlayStation, how are you buying consoles? I mean, buying games or renting games, and is now for something that you don't have. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, like, when we asked Sony PlayStation to get creative, hold up, this is not what we asked for, and this is crazy. And I agree with you. I feel like they have a lot of stock in the warehouses, and that's why they they are literally monetizing this. But also, like, doesn't this make Game Pass a lot better? Because for $20 a month you get to play all these freaking games. You don't even need a console. You already get the service. In this case, you have to pay the $20 that it costs to rent the PlayStation, and also you have to buy the games, which are $70 each. This is just like, unless you play, Fortnite or Call of Duty, and that's all you play, and you want to play free-to-play games, and you want to rent a console, and you don't care about, like, I don't know, like, wasting your money away for, like, years and years for whatever. Like, I don't know. They're treating this like a house, right? Like you rent a house and you can live it, rent it in a house for a limited period of time, right? Because based on your situation, whatever you're doing, you're trying to save money, etc. But for a console that is only $500, it's not that serious. I mean, this is a bad look. I mean, power. It makes me feel okay, like people in general hated the whole renting money thing, but now it's okay to rent a console. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, this is weird. This is literally weird because at least like what you said, CMoney, with the Xbox All Access, right? What is it like? What is it called? All Access?
Yeah,
it is. It's all access.
All access program. You get to pay this, but at the end you get to keep the machine. You build credit, which is also
it's not a rental. That's an installment plan, right?
Yeah,
so,
and
exactly.
It's no interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so this is like scummy to say the least, but also I get it because like Hargi said, for the PlayStation VR 2 is a good option. You might want to try it for a month for $50, see if it's worth it. Play a couple of games, get your money's worth. But for the PlayStation Portal, and look at the price, $13. Like, bro, like I could get croquetas for like $13. Like, this is some bullshit, bro. This is whatever, man. Look, this is good on a way because it's sort of like, you know, give ISO access to people to try out the PlayStation maybe for a couple of months. This also alleviate those who have a PlayStation. They break down. We know these motherfuckers be breaking down like a whole lot of times. Like I know people who bought PlayStations like 3-4 times, you know. And then what if your PlayStation is broken and you're like, shit, you know, I bought Indiana Jones, you know, and I've been talking shit on Twitter, so I might go ahead and rent a PlayStation so that I can post my blurry ass gameplay and, you know, and show everybody that I have a PlayStation. So I don't. I agree. I mean, this is good. Like I said, for people who are operating like Sony PlayStation, low margins, right? Yeah, that's good for them. But I mean, this is them trying to be like Xbox. Sadly, this is them trying to be like Xbox,
but not nearly as good.
But like literally like Chinatown Xbox version of what you would do. Version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now look, you still have to pay for PS Plus, but look, if you do pay for PS Plus Extra, they do have a bunch of games that come with that service, so you could play any of the ones that are in that service. To be fair, right? So that's an option, and you can just pay for a month to whatever it is that you're gonna get the console. You can pay for, but it's just extra added cost. How much is that? Like $15 a month for extra if you don't pay for a yearly? I don't know. I think it's about that much, right?
I think it's close to that, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so you'd have to pay, you know, that much on top of that, you know, this cost for a month of console plus the online access, and you know, and then they do have a library of games. I'm not gonna like say they don't have anything. They do have a library of games and extra, so maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's enough for whoever wants to rent it. You're not going to get new games though, which is one of the beauties you get with the other side. You know, but yeah, whatever. If it works for somebody, it works for somebody. This is obviously something on a budget.
It may work for some people.
So yeah.
I also think that going ahead and seeing if you want to take that leap, if the PlayStation 5 Pro is worthy to you, like in any way, and you want to test it out, there's a lot of back and forth out there. A lot of people glazing and capping for it, and there's the reality, right? So maybe some people that were going to go ahead and buy it, or they were going to upgrade from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 Pro, and that was, you know, what they had planned. They want to see if the $700 are worth spending. This is a good way to maybe go ahead and get people on board to test things out. What's the worst that's going to happen? They do have the boxes available. What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to go ahead and return everything. They already made some money off of you. And the mechanic is asking, shout out to the mechanic. Thank you so much for rocking out with us. He says, what if they rent the stand in the drive?
They very well could.
They should.
That's possible.
That's time for an extra $1 like they do. You know, when you go to
they
to
could. You
McDonald's,
never know, right?
they'd be like,
But
"Do
at
you
least
want to
the
donate an
drive.
extra $1?"
Yeah, the drive
Right?
for sure. Because
Yeah,
I think
right,
the
the
difficult
drive.
part is to go ahead and if this is your
This
first
is terrible.
time having a PlayStation, this is, you know, you're gonna buy the games digitally and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the crazy shit
Yeah.
is that they probably make more on profit in 1 month of renting this goddamn thing out than they do on selling the console.
Of
That's
course.
possible. Listen,
So like they're making up for every.
is this
You mean
something that they're
PlayStation, right?
shipping to you? Can you pick it up somewhere? How's the shipping situation looking? Do you have to
Oh my
pay
God.
for
I
the
assume it just comes to
shipping?
your house in
Because
like 1 to 2 days or something like that, right? It's gonna.
I can't
just show up.
imagine that they're gonna eat that cost.
Yeah.
I don't think they would. I think the
Mm-mm.
shipping is gonna be on top of it.
Yeah.
So the other thing, like, this could be like, hey, I'm going to be on vacation, right? I have 2-3 weeks of vacation. Let me just rent a console. I'll just play some games and then return. And I don't play, right? That's also a possibility. Or, a game that you wanted to come out, Monster Hunter Wilds came out, and it's like, cool, I want to play that for like a few weeks and then I'm done. Okay, cool, right? That's a possibility too, right? There's always things like that. And so there's a viable path here. It's just kind of scummy that, like, if you sign up for the 36 months, you're paying for the console and yet you're not getting the console. That is kind of just,
that's
at that point, they should just say, if you sign up for 36 months, we're just going to give it to you after that, right? It's like, just keep it, right? And like that should be the deal. But like, whatever, that's their contract. But I can see it in spot situations. Not everybody is a full-time gamer, but they might just, hey, new God of War came out. Oh, that looks really cool. I want to just play that game. Or Spider-Man, I want to play that game. Fine. You just rent the console, rent the game or whatever, and there you go, right?
I think the problem with this is less about the idea of like that people would use this or not, right? Or that it has a use case, and more about like, motherfucker, all we hear is about other shit other than them fucking making games. You know what I'm saying? Like they have plenty of thoughts of how to sell more consoles and get more consoles in your hands. But where the fuck are the games to play the said console? Like just backlog. That's your life. That's what you're trying to sell constantly.
Well, again, it could be third-party games because we always just think about first-party. Like for some people, this is the console they play with, right? It could be, hey, Assassin's Creed came out and I just want to play that. Fair enough,
the
right?
crazy
Whatever.
thing is that the developers are out there and Hiroki's listening. He's like, they won't rent their games, but will they rent their console? And this is what's crazy though. Like the idea that, Game Pass to them, it's, oh, you're renting your games, we buy our stuff, right? And this being an option, I would like to hear kind of where they stand with this. I don't have an issue with PlayStation kind of exploring other avenues to go ahead and make some money. Maybe they'll put out a game someday in the future. But considering the fact that they're so against renting things, I'm curious.
So maybe they want to play Indiana Jones. Maybe they want to play Doom: The Dark Ages.
All I know,
want to play Outer Worlds too.
But at that point, if you don't have a PlayStation to play these games in, like, why not just get a Fire Stick?
You can also just literally get xCloud for $20 and then fucking be able to play the same
But
games.
if they don't understand that exists, they could just spend the $70 per game and give Microsoft all that money.
Exactly. Look, I'm gonna tell you this: Sony PlayStation fanboys, for now, and y'all gotta show me a receipt of your purchased Sony PlayStation. You cannot just come over here to talk shit with a rented ass PlayStation, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real here.
You're gonna start flexing with their rentals. I got myself a PlayStation. I got to bring it back in 13 days, but I'm good. I'm a
pony for 15 days. I tried being a pony for 15 days. Maybe I could rent one. God. I don't even have a PlayStation. This is like a good option. I'm gonna tell you this. This is looking good now. It's looking good.
It is.
I don't have to buy it.
You just gotta be in the UK. But that being said, a lot of people are bringing up something that's funny, which is the idea that they might go ahead and use these numbers as sold, right? Every person that rents one is another sale. But that, even though that is probably not true, even though it could be if you kind of go based off how they would do it. The one thing that would be true, which Hargeet brought up, was the idea of getting Plus or Premium Extra or whatever, any of that shit. What does that do? Gives you monthly active
users. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome Gomez brought up a great point, man. They're renting
Awesome
MAUs.
Gomez was good.
So a bunch of people renting the same console, gonna be a monthly active user. Oh man.
Get those engagement numbers.
That's all they want, bro. That's all they want.
Yep.
They want the numbers and they want the money for this stuff. Again, it's not that this idea is not great for the people who would use it or not, whatever. That's fine. You know, you got to let them do what they want to do. But again, just coming from them, it's like, motherfucker, show me, like, release a trailer of something dope that you're making and then be like, by the way, you like that game? Hey, we're going to do a rental service. This is like, we got nothing, but why don't you rent this shit? Like, why? Why? Come on, man.
You know, this actually sounds really good for people who are primarily Xbox or Nintendo gamers.
Yeah.
For the like one game a year that PlayStation puts out.
Yep.
Like, fine, you know what? I'll rent the console for that 1 month and I'll play your one game and then take your console back, and I don't have to invest $500 or $700 just to have your stupid console.
Well, but you know what, Hargy?
Loki wants to put everything everywhere, right?
It makes sense.
How much is that going to apply in the future?
Because this just made like buying a PlayStation, like, you know, less of a thing. Like more like, you know, why should I buy it if they don't even have games? They spend how long without having a first party game? Because don't tell me you were gonna rent
MLB The Show is the last one.
Right. But you, Hardy, I know you like platformers, but would you buy a Sony PlayStation 5 just to play Astro Ball throughout the for the whole year? Well, no.
It comes with Astro, and I didn't finish it.
Not Astro Ball, the one who called. No, not
the new one. You mean, right?
75 million copies. No, not that one. The one who sold 1.5 million copies and was, you know, nominated and, you know, got the honor of winning, you know, the Game of the Year award.
I mean, it would have to be pretty damn special. Now I keep comparing it to Mario. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation, obviously, because I can't take their controller. If it comes to PC, I will give it a chance, right? But no, I'm not buying a PlayStation, period. Because their games come to PC and I can't stand their controller. But yeah, no, obviously not. It obviously was not a system seller. If it was, then it would sell more than 1.5 million copies, right? Obviously, it's not a system seller. So on the flip side, Mario is a system seller. Mario will sell Switches, will sell Switch 2s. It will absolutely be a system seller. But you know, it is what it is, right? So, but look, there'll be games that come out. Ghost of Yotai. And let's say you don't have a PlayStation, you just happen to be a primary Xbox or Nintendo player, and you're like, I want to try it. Cool. You know what? Go rent the stupid console, right? You don't even have to be online for it, right? Just rent the console, get the standard edition, go get the disc, and return it. Right? Because you're going to finish it in like 2 days anyway, right?
Yep. So
just give them the stupid thing back and you're done, right? So you'll probably end up spending like $10-15, whatever it is, right? You buy the used copy and you know, sell it back to them to GameStop or whatever, right? So,
oh my God.
Or if you have a friend who bought it, right? Just borrow the disc, play the game. It does make sense for that kind of player, right? So if you happen to just want to be on console. Because like that is what PlayStation is now. I'm sorry. They don't have that much. If you're an Xbox player, you're already inundated with games. It's impossible to keep up. If you're a Nintendo player, they keep giving you tons of games every year too. So between those two, you're like just drowning. And like, okay, PlayStation has one game for you. Okay, is it worth having a console for that? I don't know. You know?
That's the problem.
There are a lot of people also that got rid of their consoles. We were just talking about, you know, how we miss the window. But you know, they were giving you a nice chunk before the Pro released or was out for pre-order.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may have gotten rid of their consoles. Maybe they were planning to buy the 30th anniversary and that wasn't available. They ended up getting the Pro and they're out right now. Honestly, with the lineup that they have, if you are a PlayStation fan and you're a fan and you're not a casual fan where you want to play these free-to-play games or just Call of Duty on it, you are probably gonna have to wait for their games to go ahead and drop. I
So
mean,
hey, right now it looks like
why
GameStop's
wait
giving
with
you
a
330 for it.
console and have that money out
So if you want to trade
when
it
you
in,
could just rent one when it happens, if
330
it happens?
yeah.
Is 330 good for you, baby?
For
PlayStation 5 to sell it.
330 to get rid of a PlayStation 5?
Yep.
I don't know.
Whether it's the
I don't
normal
know.
console, the Slim, it's
I
330.
hate giving stuff away for so low.
Whoa, maybe you should rent
I would
it.
like to
Maybe you
How
should
mu- you bought
rent
it-
it. Huh?
You bought it for 500.
Program.
Right?
You bought it for 500, right?
Yeah.
We'll rent them out.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
rent
to make
them
more
out.
money and
I
rent
mean,
it out.
that's not bad, right? It's 170 less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rent
but
is
it
good
was
money
bad.
in me.
85. Mm.
That's the problem. It's
I
not
know.
that. It's not that I'm looking. Obviously, I'm not out here like, what's that dude, the guy with the face, trying to get what I pay for. He got 500 from his girlfriend for his PlayStation 5.
Oh,
DMC.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
looking to go ahead and get what I
DCG.
paid for it, but knowing what I was going to get and I didn't make it with enough time to go ahead and swap it out, it's like, damn it. Not to mention that we will probably take more than one if we were gonna take more than one at that price.
Yeah, go for it, right?
Yep.
I
Agreed.
mean, unless you
So-
use it, right? And it's like, why not?
Yeah.
You have a bunch,
100%.
right?
Facts. Yeah, I don't know. It's at the end of the day, look, it's funny to me. You know, obviously Xbox has Game Pass, renting bad, right? PlayStation leases consoles, renting a-okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the bullshit. That's where it's like, come on, man, stop the bullshit. We'll see. We'll see if we'll see outrage by the ponies for even offering this, right? What? How dare they?
How dare? Well, how
What?
embarrassing! How
I
dare
wanna see
you?
them go out there and be like, if you rent the PlayStation, you're a fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? Go buy that shit, bitch. Like, this is what I want to see.
Maybe
what I
they're
wanna see.
like, you should rent the PlayStation because that helps them. You know, that supports them more. You know,
Yeah, support the hardware. Support the
you
hardware.
support the
All right,
hardware.
all right. Any more bars on this before we move on to the next?
Nah, man, move on. Rent a PlayStation. Become a pony for a month. That's it.
Baby, you good?
So it's from cancel
Rent a
station to rent
PlayStation
station.
and buy Xbox games on it.
There you go.
Yeah,
you go.
we'd love
Yes.
to see it. Yeah, let's
You
do
know?
that's a
That's what it
move.
is. That's what it is. All right. So these are some smaller things, but I do want to bring it up. So I don't know if you guys knew. I think Demo brought it up a little earlier, but we did have a little update about Starfield. Very, very excited. So there was a person who was just replying to a general post that Starfield was doing about NASA or something like that. And then this guy says, "This is great. I love Starfield to bits. I'm still playing the game to this day, but you really need to start communicating on what's happening with the next update / DLC." And Starfield replied, says,
Show
"We
more.
know-"
He has. Oh, is
No.
that
That's
just
where it ends. That's
okay?
where it ends. Starfield replies, "We know you're eager for an update, and we truly appreciate your passion for Starfield. The team has been hard at work. While we're not ready to share specific details just yet, we have a lot of exciting things planned for the game this year that we can't wait to talk about when the time is right. We're always listening and taking your feedback to heart. Thanks for being a part of this journey with us."
That
Now,
was nice.
if you remember, okay, Todd Howard and the group over there, they said they were looking to release a major expansion or DLC every year,
Mm-hmm.
right? Last year we had Shattered Space,
Yep.
which was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
We loved it. Obviously, the Starfield hate train showed up for that game too. Okay, so they hated on Starfield when it dropped, and then people hated on the expansion when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was phenomenal. Okay, it was beautiful. It was great. We loved it. So 100%, I'm very excited. They said they're going to do more. And I gotta tell you, Starfield is one of the only games I do still see in my timeline. like I still see pop up where people are still showing new worlds they found or new things they found, or like it's crazy, but it still happens. But the fact that they are reiterating this, right, letting us know like, hey, we didn't go anywhere, we've been working on it, we're gonna do it, is a big deal, right? I'm very excited to see what comes from it, right, to see what happens. But also keep in mind that they haven't done any like updates to the game essentially since it dropped. I think like in November was like the last, you know, was the last update they did to Starfield, right? So everything else has really just been, you know, the mod scene, right? The mod scene is alive and well. They're constantly doing shit over there, storylines, all type of shit that they're creating over there. So they've been letting that kind of take the front seat, and you know they've been cooking in the back seat. So I'm really really excited. You know, again, we loved it. We played it. So I mean, what do you think, baby girl? What do you feel about the idea that, you know, they are releasing or getting ready to do something big?
Well, again, we knew that this was going to happen. I feel like obviously we don't necessarily run around asking, because we're confident in the fact that they're actually working and ready to release the games and ready to talk about them as soon as they're kind of like ready to do so. I wonder if we're going to hear about it during the summer showcase.
Kind of feel like that's probably...
yeah, I think that's exactly what they may be doing. The fact that they went ahead and took the time to just address the fact that they are being asked, I think that was pretty freaking dope though. And this is exciting, but it's also like I expected this. They did say that they were going to continue on that path, that we were going to go ahead and continue to get more DLCs, expansions. Like so we were waiting for it. We knew it was coming. So yeah, I think during the summer show, that's when we're gonna hear about it and get more details on it. I wonder if they're gonna go again with September. What do you think, C?
I mean, I think September is probably
yeah,
like
I feel like I'm expecting this
it.
like a yearly thing.
Yeah,
Here we go. I got my hands out.
yeah.
So
I feel like that's when I'm expecting it too. I think it's just like a yearly thing. I mean, they said as much, right? That it'll be yearly. I feel like September is like their sweet spot for it.
Yeah.
I do expect to see it on in the showcase for sure. Because it's gonna be, you know, you gotta imagine, right? If you think about Bethesda, they always have that segment where they show you the update to Fallout 76, the update to, you know, Elder Scrolls, you know, Online. And I could only imagine that the new part of the routine is gonna be, Starfield. And here's Starfield's, you know, next update.
Yep.
Right. And honestly, I think that's dope. I think
that's pretty cool. You know, it'd be nice if this is how you can talk to the developers, or like reach out to any PlayStation studio and see what they're working on, and you actually heard back, right? Maybe take some notes, scallopers.
Facts. Huggy, did you ever? Because I remember when it first dropped, you had a hard time,
he had
like,
issues with it
or installing it or whatever. Did you ever get to it? Did you ever play it?
Yeah. I fixed it. It was number of devices in my Microsoft account.
I remember
that was causing it, right? So I eventually fixed that, and so yeah, I was able to go finish the Shattered Space DLC, which was okay. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I don't know, like it seemed to get panned, but it was good enough. I wasn't expecting like a massively, you know, whatever earth-shattering story, but it did good enough. So
did you did you do like a lot of the exploration, or did you kind of stick more to the story?
I did most of the map. I'm pretty sure I went to like most of the map, so I got most of the stuff. I think I got through almost all the side missions. So but yeah, it was decent enough. But yeah, as far as like, you know, the content, they said they were gonna have more stuff. I wonder what else. Remember, they had like other little enhancements, like adding in the vehicle, right? So is there more things like that are in the works? It'd be kind of cool to have like a little ability to not just have a vehicle, but maybe something a little bit more aerial. Right, but so we can see like you do have like the jump, like the booster, right? Like you can do that, but like maybe it's stay in the air, right? Like there's other potential things that they could do, right? So, but I don't know, there's all sorts of like enhancements they can make there, like quality of life stuff, right? So we'll see what they do there. They introduced some of the UGC stuff. Maybe there'll be more of that realm. Maybe they'll pick some stuff from the UGC world and bring that in as official, right? And there's always things like that they can do. So we'll see what they do with it. There's also likely the potential for a PlayStation 4. I'm just saying. So that could happen. I think
you won't get an announcement until there's an expansion to do it with, right?
So yeah, however they want to deal with that.
Yeah, this would be the time, and Phil prepped us for it, right? Let everybody know, like, hey, you're gonna see PlayStation logo on shit that is going over there. So,
and I don't mind that. What I don't want to see, like in the June showcase, is now releasing on, like, go F off. Just don't even do that. Like, I don't want to see that at all, right? If it just has the logo.
June showcase.
Yeah, if they have a logo, that's fine. But not a specific announcement. We're now porting Halo over to F off. Just F off. Do not even bother. Like, I don't want to see that shit at all. Like, you can do that on Sony's showcase or whatever, or Nintendo's showcase. But in the June showcase should be focused on Xbox games for Xbox. If it has a logo there for Nintendo or PlayStation, fine, whatever, right? But anyway. As far as this might show up in June showcase, right? They do have DLCs, in the showcase every now and then, right? So they might have some.
They always have their
because they have like the
expansion.
Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls and all that. Like so there's Diablo might have DLC. Like there's all sorts of things that can happen there. War Within. I don't know if they're going to show War Within Part 2, or if they do that somewhere else or whatever, right? But they have a whole bunch of things going on there. So this could show up there. We could see some stuff going on with it, right? So, or they might do it separately just because they might have a lot of content. That's also another thing, right? This is now, unfortunately, the thing they have to deal with. They have a lot of games, and they're going to still do some third-party stuff, right? So, they have to fit in a lot of stuff in the June showcase. So we'll see what they do.
Lemon was good, fam. I see home.
Yo.
So yeah, hey Lemon. But yeah, so like, are you guys coming out, or are you guys gonna like watch remotely for the June showcase?
We're still waiting to see if we're gonna if we're gonna be getting into like these things and be able to kind of do more with it. Yeah, like I don't want to go just to sit there, right? Like if we're gonna go in and be able to get like content from it and do stuff with it, aside from like just the being in the room and recording a reaction,
you'd have to start like putting. Well, we'll talk about that, but yeah, you'd have to start putting stuff together now with all the different various things, right? But
yeah.
But yeah, cool. So like Starfield is definitely like any other Bethesda game, right? They're just gonna have constant updates. It's great. It's cool. We'll see what it is. Excited to see.
Yeah, agreed. And Demo, what about you, man? Did you get to play the Shattered Space? Did you play through it?
No, I haven't played Shadow Space.
So they're about to drop the next expansion before you even touch the first one. God damn it, Demo.
Bro, I'm a hard working man. I told you I got 2 jobs. I do content creation. Hey, come on, give me a break.
Content creating on multiplayer games all the goddamn time. All right, you got time. It's just what you choose to do with it.
Exactly. But I love Starfield. Have hundreds of hours play Starfield. I kind of want to like do that, but I love playing Starfield when I have time, dude. Because it's one of those games that you just really, really, really want to sit down, create the mood in the room. It's like I'm going to space for real. I'm feeling this game, and that's the way I like to play it. And lately, just everything's been such a rush, which. By the way, I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and you know it too. And I feel the same way about that game. I feel like it's one of those games that you really want to get in the movie, chill out, set up the mood, just take a whole freaking day just to be like, I'm gonna live in here. And it's kind of hard for me right now, having a newborn and all, everything that's going on with me, and with content creation, and also in my personal life, because I do. Go outside, guys. But yeah, I can't wait to play it. I'm super excited for that one. And the little Doom thing that they did, I haven't done that one, and I can't wait to do it because I'm looking forward to the Doom armor and the super shotgun. So I just can't wait to try that out. And then I've seen a couple of posts on Starfield lately about mods, and supposedly it's like a PvP mode or something that somebody did worked on that is coming to creations. So I think the next step for Starfield for me would be add multiplayer. Give me the opportunity to explore space with at least another one of my homies. And I can tell you, bro, if they do that and they bring multiplayer to Starfield, and you don't have to do nothing. All you have to do is give me the ability to be in the same world that my friend is, even if I had to go through the same conversation, same way that they do it in Fallout 76. If they allow you to do that, bro, that's dope. Because you imagine base building, exploring, the content that we can make with it, and also the fun that we can have, right? So, I mean, for me, Starfield really needs it. It's a space game, so it would be amazing to like have a whole crew, with you in your spaceship, managing your spaceship, accommodating your spaceship and whatnot, helping you like, fix this, fix that, add a little bit of this like immersion elements that'll make the experience more realistic and more engaging. So I feel like Starfield, this is just the beginning. And I said it like when the game first came out. This is like just the beginning. Look at games like Fallout 76, guys. It's crazy now. You can have pets. They added so much stuff. It's incredible. Go ahead and check it out. I have to check it out myself. I haven't in quite a few months. But guys, like, I see a good future with Starfield, and I can't wait. I can't wait to play the expansion and everything that they do with it. It's just like I need that time that I'm like, okay, I got 10 hours, to spend in this game so that I can actually enjoy it. Because it's quite annoying when you are doing a mission and you are into this character and then boom, go get milk, or Mom came, or that's calling, or whatever. It's always something. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for now. Games that I can just get a couple of matches in and get out. So I re-downloaded Mortal Kombat. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in quite some time, so it's my first time playing in 5 months today. And and I'm actually enjoying it because they added a bunch of content. That's what I'm saying. Like, most of the people that you hear complaining about games is because they know life that game, and then that's where they ran out of content. Like Monster Hunter, guys. They Monster Hunter just released, and we got people crying for content. Are you freaking serious? You got 100 hours on a game that released like a week ago, and you're complaining for content. You need to go outside, bro. Straight up. Like, and and that's that. Those are my bars. Super excited for Starfield. Can't wait to see what they're working on. Let's go.
I feel that, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be real dope. I'm very excited for what they have cooking. Like, this is not a insignificant amount of content that they're gonna be bringing, right? Like, there's gonna be something big. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. I think they have a bright future with Starfield, man. Just keep that shit rolling. It's so dope. It's I think Relski, I saw roll. It's game of the generation, man. I really feel it, bro. Like, I really do. It's a fucking phenomenal experience. All right, and then one last thing before we wrap up on this. Did everybody get their bars off on Starfield? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Hold on. All right. So, real quick, I do want to touch. I don't know if anybody noticed or anybody paid attention to it, but I do want to touch on the fact that Nacon had their show.
Ooh,
I don't know if you guys are familiar with.
I didn't know about that.
Nacon. Yeah, they actually make quite a few games. So the Nacon Connect took place. So if you want to go see it, you can go watch it. And they have a bunch of games, man. So like, I don't know if you know, like the Cthulhu. Yeah,
Cthulhu.
okay, that one.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
shit.
Cthulhu. They have a new one of those coming out. The Fading of Nicole Wilson, Raven Swatch, Edge of Memories. And I have like some. We can kind of pick a couple of them and see some of their things. But like Rensport, RoboCop, RC Unfinished Business, which is, you know, RoboCop was a
DLC.
game that a lot of people were pumped on. This is
Yeah.
not actually DLC. It's a standalone deal. I mean, it's technically DLC, but it's
like
standalone.
expansion, like expansion.
Yeah. You buy it's so
Wow.
it's not an expansion, like it's not big, but it's you buy it separately.
Wow.
But that's coming out Mound 2025.
RoboCop was I think like $20.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
I
like
think we got it.
$10.
We got it like really good.
We
was
got
like
it when it was
$10.
I think like 23, 24, but it went down to 20.
Goddamn.
And there was another one in there that was also pretty cheap. I forget which one it was.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, they have a bunch. Then they got Rensport, like this driving game, the Mound, Dragon King the Banished, Test Drive, Solar Crown Season 3, The Occultist, Styx, Blade, and a new look at Hell Is
Styx,
Us.
new Styx game is coming out. Wow, okay.
Yeah. So there's actually a few like I can show.
Oh, Mafia the trilogy was $14.99.
Oh, Mafia
is
was on
still
sale.
maybe
Gotcha.
till March 10th.
Well, actually,
And
there
then,
is the. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there is a version of RoboCop. I think it's called Rogue City. It's now $13 at the Xbox store. I'm actually.
That was the recent one, right?
Yeah, but it's $13.
That's the one that I'm seeing for 19 up till March 11th. For me, it's 1979.
For
the
you,
RoboCop. Yeah, that's what
no,
I'm.
well, there's another one right next to it that says $13.99, and it's the same shit. It's actually Alex Murphy Deluxe
you probably
Edition.
look at maybe like a higher edition.
Okay.
Probably.
No, actually, hold up. Let me see. Let me do this.
Talos is saying it's $20 in the store, but Cage is saying that the Mafia trilogy is $9.70.
Melee combat system.
You can see
I got it in
right
an
here.
email, so I don't know how
accurate it is.
Yeah, I got it in an email. Yeah.
So this is that game Hell Is Us, which a lot of people kind of made I feel like there's kind of like a little bit of a big deal about this game, right? Like it's
what's the name again?
Hell Is Us.
Good.
Okay. So they dropped this this trailer on it. Hold on. So there's like some details on it. Get to it real quick. Yeah, I feel like this was a game that people were like talking about for some reason. All right. So the big thing about this game, so there's no quest markers, compass, or world map. So you just are wandering around, no idea where you are at any given time. You use clues in the game to figure out what to do, where to go, and chart your own path to find your parents. Talk to various NPCs throughout the game, discover things in the world to uncover clues, track your investigation using the in-game Katachi tablet, where you can also access your inventory, customize loadout, etc. There are many side investigations and secrets you can miss, but if you're curious and observant, you might just stumble upon some incredible discoveries. Core philosophy is simple. If your instinct tells you there's something to do in an area, there probably is. Player plattering doesn't mean you need to constantly overthink every step to progress. Many elements will be clear and intuitive. Our belief is you don't need quest markers to navigate and advance the adventure. For those who love a challenge, some of these deeper secrets will require keen observation and deduction to be uncovered. I don't know. Does that sound?
What if you don't want to find your parents? like, you know what I mean?
That sounds very.
I don't know. I feel like, man.
Is it just me?
It's kind of
feel like that doesn't sound great to me.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of puzzles. Sounds like a lot of like yeah, not my thing. I thought I
Roaming
was gonna see some
around.
combat, and I thought I like the art style and I like how the game look and you know how it moves around and everything. But what it is like, you know, just going around and just like solving puzzling, like yeah, whatever. Not really.
Like stumbling
Sounds like you'd end up
across shit.
spending a lot of time in it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it
like-
might be great
like
for some
not
people,
doing
but
much.
not for me.
Yeah, like retreading and trying to figure out where things were. So it's like, okay.
yeah.
Like they're trying to use
In a
landmarks,
modern
like
game,
maybe
we're
you
just
see a tree or some shit. It's like, ooh, go to the tree, see what's over there.
What if you're
Yeah.
not good with directions?
Like that's cool. That's cool when you have a clear. What'd you say? I didn't even hear you.
If you're not good with directions, like you're screwed. Like
Yeah,
tell us
yeah,
where we've been and where we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously. Like that's a fucking problem. But it's like if I'm literally just like wandering, it's different when you wander and explore. Like if I'm playing Avowed, right? I go everywhere and explore because once I'm ready,
Mhm.
it's like,
Back
okay,
on
let me
track.
just go where I know I need to go. Right.
Right.
So like I'm always able to go. But like if the whole entire game is just like that's really pretty out there. Like you see that
Yeah.
background, that looks pretty nice. But it's like
No,
I don't
we're
know.
not seeing what you're seeing, by the way.
You're not?
No.
Yeah, we're seeing an old radio.
We're not
Which
seeing
is
you're like,
nice
look
to-
at that background, and I look, and it's
Oh,
a freaking
shit.
radio.
My bad. Even with the tree and
I'm
shit,
like,
I didn't see
okay.
that.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it
My
does
bad.
We
look
saw
good.
this play out, but then it came to an end, and I
Okay,
think
my
you have
bad.
it.
No, this is a different. No, I have a.
You
This
have
is a different one. I
something.
think they cut this one up. It's a
Okay.
smaller chunk. Like I don't know. For me, like I'm not like a. Here's a world. Just go and figure it out. Like even freaking like Zelda and shit. Like the Breath of the Wild has like, hey, go there, and then yeah, you explore around, but like no. I mean, I guess they still. Like you end up with like a list of things to do on your tablet, right? But it's still like
I mean, what you need the tablet for?
to keep track of the quest that you stumble upon.
But okay, so
See right there, that's what I was saying. Look out there. You see that? That was really pretty out there.
yeah.
But like I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I want to play a game where I'm just like lost all the time.
I mean, the game will have to be like phenomenal. Like you have to deliver graphically, you have to deliver in every aspect and kind of have you connect with the world and have you want to go ahead and really dive in and say, okay, with no direction, I just kind of want to be in this environment, right?
And like
Is
the
that
end
what
goal is to find your
soccer's
parents.
like?
Yeah.
No, soccer has missions. Like
Yeah, but
clear-
does it have like a map, or do you kind of just have to
Yeah.
know where
Yeah,
you're going?
Absolutely. Yeah, I
you
know
have-
exactly.
you have a map,
Mark,
yeah.
I can look and see. Okay, this mission's pretty close. I'll go do this side mission. But yeah, no, it's not just wander. It definitely is a hey. And I mean, listen,
looks
like
good.
yeah, like some parts of it look
So
pretty
it
good.
looks
See,
like
I,
there's
immediately the
combat.
combat I don't like
Yeah.
because I'm sick of these like I don't know. Everything wants to be fucking Dark Souls. But the other guy, another person wrote about it. He said about 50% of the game is combat. The rest is invested. Like the other half is just investigation and exploration. So half the time you're fighting shit. The other half you're just going around and like finding things. Which
That depends on how well that's done, right? Because
Yeah, it
sometimes
just
you kind
depends
of
on how
get
they do
lost
it,
and you
right?
want to just keep on finding and what's here, what's there, and then sometimes if it's just it all comes down to interest. Once you're in, it's the thing is once you're in there, it'll be great if they throw it in Game Pass, right? But
Yeah.
We'll
it doesn't
see.
look like the type of game that I'm gonna be like, you know what, let me go ahead
No.
and pay for it.
That's
right
the
now when I
problem,
have
right, Doodle,
other
is
things
like
going on.
there's so many
Yeah.
games, and it's like, okay, if
Mm-hmm.
this is like mildly not interesting, it's like, yeah, okay, pass. Because there's just,
Exactly.
there's so many other things you can go play.
I agree.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the hard part. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, why would I do this? Like I feel like just hearing the premise of the game, I would never buy it. right? Like even if it came out with like good reviews, like I would never buy it. It would have to show up in my Game Pass subscription.
Even if it comes out and it's like a 90 or something like that, then okay.
Yeah, if there's like ridiculous hype,
because people like
would
weird
be
shit.
curious. Yeah, that's true.
Like that, just because people like shit doesn't mean that I'm gonna like it. Hence, every
that's
Dark
fair,
Souls
right?
game
But at
comes
least it
out,
like
right?
puts a spotlight. And you're like, oh, what is that about? Right?
But they
So,
never show the combat.
Pay attention,
like,
right?
Yeah, they do it. They're showing a bunch of combat demo. What are you talking about? It's mega
right now, you see it.
Now I can see barely, but whatever. I mean, that's it.
I mean, but it's only 50% of the game, right? So
yeah, half the game is investigation. But you take like Indiana Jones, right? A lot of it is investigation. Some of it's combat, right? So, but it just depends on how they do it, right? It just depends on how they do it.
The pace of the game. I don't think it's there for me. I'm more of a like a 80% combat and 20% exploration, talking to NPCs and all of that. I feel like and I'm sorry to bring this up, but About was just like so freaking good in that aspect, the pacing and everything. That it's like every minute something happened. Like you wouldn't spend 1 minute without anything of repercussion happening in the game. Finding a new weapon.
They did that 30 seconds of fun loop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They
like
did
they mastered that. It's like Halo. Like within 30 seconds, you're doing something or finding something that you're like, okay, that's dope.
And that's hard to do, especially in an RPG like that. You have to speak and do tedious things like speaking, reading documents and stuff. But I don't know. This game is not speaking to me. I mean, graphically, yeah. I mean, obviously, but I mean, lack of action, just like a lot of investigation. Totally not my thing. I would like to see more action. So
I'm more intrigued by sticks because I've played those before. It's kind of more of a stealth,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you played sticks at all, but
isn't that like the
I seen
one
it,
that is
but
like
I didn't play it.
It's like a gnome.
Yeah,
like a gnome, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
he's like a little troll looking,
like a goblin. Yeah, like a troll. Yeah,
troll, goblin, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one I think is on Game Pass. I think.
But yeah, we'll see. Like, and this is just Nacon, whatever you want to call this publisher, which is a smaller publisher. And look at the number of games, right? Right. So we keep looking at the platforms, but like, there's so much content coming from so many. Like, Take-Two has killer games coming in this supposedly this year, probably even next year, right? And then you have like EA with games coming, and like AC Shadow is about to drop, and like. There's so much coming, dude.
It's way too many games, bro. Way too many.
It's true. There are a shit ton of games.
Yeah, you have to elevate somehow.
Sega still got stuff. When's Persona 6 getting announced? Like we're gonna that's due, right?
This is Styx. This is the Styx game.
Well, you'd be dead wrong.
So, like,
Not
like
into
the stuff looks good, right? Like I feel like this is the benefit of Unreal now, right? And like where we are in the generation, where I feel like the baseline. Oh shit!
You didn't see that coming? Are you crazy?
I totally saw that coming. If you haven't played
Styx,
then you would have known like that's what you would do.
I mean, supposedly it's really good. I have a couple of friends that love stealth games, and they say this is like if you into stealth, you gotta play this. So
yeah, it's good for stealth.
The first one.
If they throw it on Game Pass, I think so. It was.
I don't know if it is. I bought it. It was like a long time ago that game came out. So
I mean, see, this is okay. So what I'm excited for right now when I see something like this, I'm sorry, baby.
No, go ahead, because I think you feel the same way I do.
Well, for me, is I feel like all these smaller games, like these games that are like whatever. I'm just excited for the fact that the baseline has gone up. Where like this looks good, even though it's like not the highest,
like a AA type game, right? Yeah,
it's a AA type game, but like for a AA, that looks really nice,
really good. Yeah, there's all cutscenes, I assume, but yeah.
But this is only CGI though. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's all cutscenes.
Was that
CGI?
Yeah,
that's not gameplay.
Yeah, not gameplay.
Oh,
that was not gameplay.
Yeah, let's just wait and hope that the gameplay is gonna be nice.
I feel like when you look at that up close, that looks like
this fall. Oh my god, dude!
The other one is crazy. The other one is September.
So what was the name? Was the other one we just saw?
The first one was Hell Is Us.
Hell Is Us, yes.
So
that one's in September.
This isn't.
This
one was
year
in fall.
is wild. There is, and I've been saying this for a while. This is just a situation for people with Game Pass and all the lineup that Xbox has, and all these games going into Game Pass. It is going to be really difficult to get our money unless you're a Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
This is no joke, right? How do you go ahead and walk away from what you're getting? Games like Avowed, South of Midnight coming out, freaking
Outer
Worlds. Yes. So like,
shit.
how do you do this? How do you go and say, let me go buy this game that by the time I get to it is going to either be on sale, or I could be playing the games in my Game Pass that, look better than what we're seeing, right? Like,
I mean, it's a balance, right? Like, I agree. I think that's the hard part for games these days, right? Where and that's why I think the people who don't want to put their games in Game Pass, where they kind of bitch, because in the very beginning, I think in the very beginning of Game Pass, it was a little, because there wasn't that many games, so it didn't really impact your gaming, like your purchasing of games scenario much. But like now, with Xbox dropping so many games on a consistent basis, like that's a I don't know, that's a much tougher sale for me. Like I need to see something super special, right?
This is
to
the
make me
RoboCop?
want to. Like even this is the new RoboCop. Like even RoboCop, right? I know people were like hyped for it or thought it was pretty good. And it's like, but what's pretty good nowadays? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know what? We did go ahead and we did eventually kind of cave, and it was a decent sale, and it has been so hyped for so long. I was like, all right, let me get it, right? And so I got it, and I played it for a while, and it's like, I don't know, like it just like it was fine. You know what I'm saying?
But there are games in Game Pass, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Like,
and I
think
things
to
like
play.
Space Marine, you really wanted to go ahead and get
which
in there.
isn't even in Game Pass, and that's another one, right? Space Marine 2.
I still want that thing, but
I'm
gonna wait till I get a sale because I have so much other shit to play.
It's
that is like not
exactly like, what do you do? There's so many games.
Worth it to me. Like
I haven't bought the new
right
Yakuza because like the last one I waited like a year plus before I even started. I pre-ordered it and then I waited so long before I even had a chance to play it.
It's like, what's the point?
So you did it? You say you did it?
No, he bought it. The first one, right?
I pre-ordered it. Yeah, I had it, but I never got a chance to play it. But I finally did, like a year plus later.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, like what's the difference? Like we used to do that. I used to do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy shit because just in case if I want to play it.
For
today,
when I get when I'm in the mood or I get to it because then you get caught up with other stuff until you're ready. And I think this is where the tables turn, right? Before it was here, get your game in Game Pass, and now I feel like your goal should be to go ahead and get your game in Game Pass and have it be seen, and hopefully get that bag and then some traction from people, hyping up the game. But it is difficult. And, there were a lot of people talking about RoboCop, and Space Marine was the same thing, but it's difficult when you have games coming out and games in Game Pass and you're like, man, like, when am I really going to get to this realistically?
Yep. I mean, that's just what it is. So like, again, the fact that the base is rising where things can look really good, that's awesome. Like, look at this CGI, right? Like, this looks really nice. What is that going to translate to when they actually start playing the game? I don't know, right? This is the Cthulhu, the new Cthulhu.
Oh
right?
yeah, that series, yeah.
And it's like, like cool, and again, I'm not saying that I'm against buying a game that I want to play. It's just I gotta, like, the desire to play it has to really be there, right? And
you have to be willing to say, okay, well, I'm getting this because everything else is going to take a back seat, and then I'm going to just go ahead and play this for now because I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, like even Dragon's Dogma, right? There was a lot of hype around it. Dragon's Dogma 1 was on like super deep sale. So I went and bought that, played it for a while. I was like, all right, this is actually really good. I'm going to not continue playing it because I want to get 2. Right? It sold me on the idea of 2, and then I bought 2, and 2 was really good. I don't regret like buying it and playing it, but it's like I also kind of stopped playing it. Like it was like, because in my heart I knew I wasn't like super duper into it, but it was like I needed that first game to kind of sell me on it.
Yeah.
And then I went to play it and it's just like, I don't know. It's good. I appreciate it. I know it's really good. I'm not like knocking the quality of it, but for me personally, I just didn't feel for it. Right. I just didn't, it didn't catch me.
Right, but CMoney, that doesn't mean that it was a bad game. That just means that you weren't in the right state.
That's exactly
of mind.
what I'm saying. Like,
so
I'm
maybe
not saying that it was bad.
When you try later on, maybe it hooks you. Look, the same thing happens to me in Cyberpunk. I played it I tried to finish it for so many times that I never clicked with the game. And then one of those days, I decided I'm gonna download Cyberpunk and play. And there you go. I was hooked. I actually took the time, because those are games that sometimes you need the time. You need to your mind has to be clear. You need to be in there like, okay, I need something chill for a long periods of hours so that I can chill. So I mean, that's when
does that time come, Demo? When Xbox
holidays?
I don't think it's about
holidays.
the time of. I don't think it's about clicking with the game or not. I think the idea of spending money on a game when you have a variety of games and they continue to bring in more and more games into Game Pass, and then you're trying to try those games out, and if you're hooked on them, like kind of just spend your time there. How do you go ahead and say, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and put on hold my subscription, right? And go and spend money on a game because of what? When I have games on hold here, I think that's what's becoming difficult. And the lineup for this year, for 2026, I can't even imagine what they have set up. But like this year, it's insane, right? So for anyone who has Game Pass to realistically say, you know what? I'm gonna put again my backlog on hold and go to spend money on it. Just doesn't. I think as we're going on and on, you lose more and more interest in doing something like that. You're like, well, let's see if it ends up in Game Pass or if I catch a really good sale.
And it's not out of the lack of like being able to buy some shit, right?
No.
Clearly, if we want
buying something and letting it sit there because you're playing other stuff. Like you're on your second playthrough of Avowed, and it's like, you could have been playing, finish RoboCop or anything else, right?
I just don't want, like,
but
the quality is too high.
Exactly.
Right? Like
so how do you make sense out of saying, you know what, let me go and spend more money? And we've been there. You've done it. I've done it. It's like you buy it, you let it, you're like, okay, hold on, I'll get to it. But for what though? When these games do end up going on sale.
Facts. Lord Ruffin.
We still don't. Oh, sorry.
Wait, real quick. Lord Ruffin, right? The homie. Thank you for being here, brother. Says, I don't intend to spend anything outside of Game Pass in 2025. 3 days in Avowed, damn. South of Midnight, Doom, Call of Duty, Outer Worlds 2. I mean,
you got Claire Obscure, you got Adamfall. There's plenty of other ones. We just got Sniper Elite.
And more. And Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about
we keep
that
forgetting
one.
that's an Xbox game day one later this
year.
Well,
it doesn't even matter if it's an Xbox game.
Exactly.
Just think. Just think about the fact that
day one.
Dragon Age Veilguard will go into Game Pass, right? Because it's part of EA, so that is gonna show up in Game Pass as well.
EA Pro.
Right. So like and we don't even know what the second half has. There's GTA potentially coming out, but there's Mafia, Borderlands. There's so much more, right? There's so many games.
Now, if you're gonna buy a game, that's where I'm looking at it like, okay, Mafia, the new one. If I have any time in the world, I would love to get that. Am I gonna get it? I don't know. I don't know what's out at that time that I'm still playing. If I'm still playing Outer Worlds 2, and if Outer Worlds 2 takes me in like Avowed did, and I'm just like, every moment I have, that's the game I'm playing. Like, you guys know me. Like I told you a long time ago, I don't play games to play games. Like that's not my my desire.
You don't hate play a game because
don't
like
say,
even
like,
if you
oh, I
spend
gotta play
$100 on it, if it ain't it, and you're
No,
like,
I'll just
okay,
let it-
well, I
it-
gotta move
that's
on.
it.
My time is too valuable.
Like every time I go and I have a moment, I say, okay, I'm gonna play something. Every single time, no, without fail, it has to call me. Whatever the game is, it has to call me. I don't sit there and say, I'm sitting down like, well, let me just go play. No, it has to call me. If I'm saying, all right, I want to get back into a Avowed, like I got a moment, give me that Steam Deck. I'm gonna play on GeForce Now for a little while. Here, boom, I'm playing. Right. Same thing with anything else that I might play. Like what's the Evil West, right?
Which
Fucking
I just
game.
finished.
Okay, so you see, you just finished it. I wanted to play that game. And when it came out, I said, that motherfucker is going to go into Game Pass. I'm playing other shit. I'm going to wait. Game came to Game Pass. Like, I knew it, bitch. Ha-ha! Right? Okay. Time has been in Game Pass. I haven't touched that motherfucker. Right? Now, the shit is leaving on the 15th. Right? And I'm like, oh, fuck me. Like,
you don't want to stop playing Avowed.
And like, but the problem is I'm fucking playing Avowed. And it's like,
so I did start Avowed and then stopped because Evil West and Liza P are leaving. So, and I haven't played either.
Liza P is leaving too?
Yes. So Evil West, I just finished. Liza P next. I got to finish up Liza P before the 15th.
Liza P is leaving.
Yes. And so I'm like, dude, I got to finish that one. So
good luck on that one. How long you have to finish that one?
SpongeBob's leaving too, guys, just in case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know.
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is also leaving. We just got the notification.
I played a little bit of it and I'm like, okay, I've had my fill of this. I'm done. So whatever. I gave it its chance. I played it for a few hours and like, all right, I'm good. Yeah.
But that's the fun of it though, right? But I mean, look, seriously, like Evil West, like I sat there, I was like, all right, let me hop into it for a little bit. And like, okay, cool, right? Like, granted, it looks fine. It's clearly a AA type game, right? Yeah. It looks cool. You know, I'm playing the beginning of it and I'm walking through the place and it's like, go through here, like literally the very beginning of the game. Like you see this cutscene and you walk and it's like, all right, there's like some glowy shit, but you can't do anything with the glowy shit. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then you got to go on this side of this fucking cliff and like do the slanty thing to go by. It's like, yo, in 3 minutes you already have me slanted. Okay, fine. And then like there's some enemies and then it's like, all right, punch, 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 punch.
Repeat,
do a dash punch where you can or hold the button and uppercut them and then do punch, punch, punch. And obviously I'm not far enough yet where I've gotten weapons and other shit like that, but
you get a whole bunch of
in my mind, I was like, yo, I could be fucking torching some bitch over here, throwing a fucking freezing fucking hailstorm over here, fucking
you get
sniping some
you
bitch
get a
from over
flamethrower.
there. Yeah, I'm
Evil
just
West
like,
has a
flamethrower.
I
I could be playing Avowed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah.
The entire time I'm like,
yeah, I mean, it's a decent enough game. I wouldn't give it a very high mark, maybe 6.5, 7. It's in that range. It's okay. It's not the greatest game, but you know, whatever. I finished it, whatever. Right. So I think Liza P is supposed to be a little bit better, but I'll try that and see what that's like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still like, I don't know. I'm like,
you still listen. You are still on the Avowed mindset, and that's good. Right. That's it.
Yeah, I mean the beauty of Avowed is it's permanently in Game Pass, right? So I can get back to it when I can get back to it.
It's true, but it's like I find myself so like it's hard for me to play other shit that like as much as like, okay, that shit's going, damn, I should probably play it. It's like, bitch, you didn't play it this entire time. So you really
just not getting in the mood to play, yeah.
Really,
but this is what I do, right? Every time I look at the list, it's like, what's leaving? Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to finish the ones that are interesting enough, or at least give them a chance.
Yeah. I mean,
the other part
I'm in the same boat with Liza P too, though.
Yeah. Okay. So
I didn't play that shit either.
Foolish over here says, "Damn, I gotta finish Liza P too."
Yeah.
And the mechanic. I'm so early in Liza P's. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to finish it before it leaves.
I mean, at least like I feel like Evil West, at least I did play a little bit. And if I do play a little bit more, I feel like I got like, all right, I got something out of it. Like I did touch it.
You got your fill of it, yeah.
I got something from it, so it's like I get the idea. I feel like, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, but outside of shooting things and using a flamethrower, right? The actual feel of playing the game, does it drastically change outside of that fucking punch and see the blood and like that? Like, is it some drastic from where I'm starting? Do you feel like the game takes you on such a roller coaster that it's like, yeah, you know what, you should definitely go ahead and like really play this? Or can I just
I'd say the
wait
core
until it
gameplay
inevitably comes back in the Game Pass when it stops?
Yeah, right. I'd say the core gameplay isn't really that much better. You get powers, right? You get some capabilities because of your glove. You get some capabilities later on. You get like a railgun. You get a shotgun. You get a rifle, right? So you get a bunch of different options there, and then you get some capabilities with your glove. So it does like kind of increase the potential things that you can do, but it's not like dramatic. You get like a stick of dynamite as well, which is really useful because there are some pretty ridiculous things. So what ends up happening though is they throw enemies at you that can, be surrounded by enemies that heal. And so now you have to like strategically, while you're not like, you're dodging, kill those enemies who have too many, like it just gets more and more irritating. But so anyway, so that is like the kind of core game.
Well, thank you, Hargate. You just saved my life.
It's if I had to choose between Lies of P and that, my guess is Lies of P is the better game. So Evil West story is very generic. It's a standard vampires, right? There's nothing really special there, but it's okay. It's an okay game. That's why I would say it's about a 6.5, maybe a 7 in that range. It's okay. I think Lies of P is like an 80 something, right? So I'm hoping it's. I mean, Lies of P
people like.
Yeah,
that's all, but that's also a game I haven't touched. I don't know. So then, instead of trying to get back to Evil West at all, then I'll just try to hop in. You
kind of got the core gameplay.
I just want to feel. I just want to get a feel for it and be like, all right, I get it. I feel like Lies of P is gonna be the same shit, where the feel of it is gonna be the same. It's just how spectacular shit gets later on throughout the game, right?
Yeah. So we'll see, right? So.
Or how much harder the bad guys are, or whatever the case. This here is Red Sport that you see on the screen, by the way, is another Nacon joint where they're just showing, replay, which I would never listen. After seeing Gran Turismo, replays mean nothing. If you watch Gran Turismo replay, you think you feel like you're gonna hop into like the dopest fucking racing game ever known to mankind, and then you get your hands on the controller, you turn it on, you start playing, and 5 minutes later, you're sleeping behind the wheel, crashing into a goddamn, post because that shit is boring as fuck. Okay, so this doesn't impress me. You can't fucking give me camera angles and think I'm excited. All right. But they are bringing out some type of racing game. It's a track racer. Sometime later this year. I mean, for PlayStation people, it can't be worse than Gran Turismo. So
ouch.
That at least that's a plus for them, right? Like the PlayStation dudes who are like, man, how come it's not Forza Motorsport coming? There you go. You have another racer to distract you from the shit show that is fucking
busy with Forza though.
So I mean, but that's it. That was it. If you want to go and like watch the full thing, you can. But that was the Nacon showcase. Nothing's like special, I would say. Nothing came out of it where it's like, oh my god, wow, like I can't believe I'm experiencing this greatness. It's just another,
Yeah, I hope they strike a deal and put something in Game Pass, right? I don't know if it works for PS Plus. I don't know how that's been working for them, but at least for Game Pass, it'll probably be a better fit.
And to be clear, there's other the first list of games I read are all in that show. So even though I showed you like a select 5 or 6, there are other games. So if you really want to go look, they're there.
Yeah.
But before, well, first of all, just in general, what did you guys think of that show? Was it fine?
It's decent. I mean, I don't expect much from them, right? This is not like one of the big premier publishers. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, put
Okay.
Put the games in Game Pass.
Best chance, bro.
I'm just saying, like, nothing seemed like something I need to go out and spend money on.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. So if you throw it in Game Pass, it has a better shot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this
just
is a
And even
0%
then, that's
chance that I would buy.
difficult.
It literally is 0% chance that I would buy anything at that.
Yeah.
Shop. So
it's just going to get lost in the shuffle with the many,
Mhm.
many games that are coming out in the fall, right? And
Yep.
if GTA comes out, good
Ooh.
luck, right? You're
Come
going
on,
to get
man.
overshadowed.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna
It's
be
just
real
the way it
crazy.
is.
Well, listen, before we get out of here, I did notice over here that we have our boy, motherfucking Jonas the Dad.
Jonas!
My dude.
Yes!
Thank you, my brother. Went ahead and gifted 5 On Point for Gamer
Thank
memberships,
you so
man.
much, bro.
That
Thank
is
you.
fucking awesome of you. Thank you so much, brother. Y'all know what to do.
Tell him, baby.
Put the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members,
Woo!
man. We appreciate each and every one
Welcome,
of y'all.
you guys.
Shout out to the
Jonas
homie,
the Dad.
Jonas the
That's
Dad,
so
who
dope of
gifted
you.
the
Thank
5
you
On
so
Point for Gamer
much.
memberships. We got the homie Julian Johnson, Patman Jones, Chuck, Sumo Dogs, and Fossil 924.
Let's go.
Shout out to you guys
Welcome, you
for
guys.
rocking, man. Appreciate y'all. And of course, our boy, Jonas the Dad. You the man. Thank you, homie.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you, brother.
Jonas.
And finishing us up, we got our
Bonzi!
boy Bonzi in the building. What's up, my dude? Thank you so much for
Woo!
being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for being a member for 14
Thank you.
motherfucking months.
Yo,
Thank you, my brother. That is so dope. Appreciate
that's so
you, homie.
dope. Thank
Says
you.
Wagwan, everyone. Welcome back, Hargeet. We miss you, brother.
Uh-huh.
Facts.
Thanks, Bunty. How's it going, man?
Big facts. And that's it, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. It was great to get a night shift off right before the weekend. Remember, we will not be here this weekend. We won't be back till Tuesday. So definitely be back for that. And you know, another fun fact, next week is also going to be a short week. Question, baby, is one of them on Thursday?
I don't know. We'll look over. I'm not sure. So we'll find out on Tuesday.
Okay.
So we'll figure that out.
We'll let you know. But this weekend is a no-go. So thank you all for rocking with us. Remember, we'll be back on Tuesday, 8 p.m. for the night quest.
Oh my goodness. The clicking, click. Shoot. It's driving me crazy.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all. Of course, we have the homies here. So shout out to them. Before we do, let's go ahead and shout out our Patreon, YouTube members. You guys are the shit.
Yes.
Our elite members, you have the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Pragmatic Ego, and Culture the Canuck. We appreciate y'all so much. And our inner circle member, of course, our homie Big Migs Gaming. Thank you so much for the support. The first few people in the chat was our homie Jonas the Dad, Music 72, and Bell's Air. First super chat of the day was our boy Jonas the Dad with that $5 super chat. Biggest super chat was also Jonas the Dad with $5 super chat. I appreciate you, homie. And then gifted membership, our boy Mash went ahead and gifted 20 On Point memberships. That was the biggest. But shout out to our homie Do You K Now Me, who gave us another 5, and our boy Jonas the Dad, who did 6. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Again, shout out to everybody who's here, who super chatted. You guys are the shit. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with us and hanging out with us. Of course, we got our homies here, Demo and Hargeet. Appreciate y'all. Demo, why don't you let everybody know where to find you, my brother?
All right, man. Y'all already know Demo Flow Gaming. I'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Powerballs and the Archangel Nexus. We're going to be rocking a show over there. And probably going to be live throughout the weekend playing games. So I'm on the fence because I don't know if I should be streaming Mortal Kombat, which I'm back on it, or Kingdom Come Deliverance. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because I really miss playing that game, and it's such an amazing game. So if you want to see some medieval madness, craziness with some ghetto bullshit going on, come through, hang out. You already know the deal, man. Happy to be here. Shout out to Chat. Shout out to, the panel and everybody. Thank you for having me. I'll be right back next week, whatever. We'll see.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, we'll definitely figure out schedule what's going on. But of course, we have the homie, our boy, making a return after so long, man. Great to have you back, my brother. Hargi Shani in the building. Thank you, man. Glad to have you back, and let everybody know where to find you.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to be back. And I guess the next up will be with Fonz on Saturday, 6 p.m. US Eastern, Fonz Gaming channel, and check that out. And then I'll be on with Web Dave on Sunday at 7 p.m. US Eastern time. Check that out. And then back with Boom on Wednesday, 7 p.m. US Eastern on Double Barrel Gaming, Primetime Gaming. Check that out. And we'll figure out our schedule next week, whatever's going to happen.
Absolutely. Awesome, man. Well, thank y'all again, man. Appreciate
guys.
y'all. And of course, we're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.